rocks footy.
It's what rugby league's all about. Shut up. The footy's on Triple M. And a very good afternoon across the Triple M network. We're right up and down the east coast of Australia on Triple M and via the Listener app. And we've got a great game, a beautiful day in the Shire too. It's the Sharks and the Bunnies as Triple M rocks the footy.
With NRMA Insurance, you could enjoy our multi-policy discount when you take out 2 or more eligible policies. NRMA Insurance, a help company. Discount applies in tiers based on the number of eligible policies. Maximum tier reached at 9 eligible policies. Visit nrma.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Marine hot water and McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy.
And a very good afternoon. The sporty Mitsubishi Triton GLX-R from 56,490 drive away. That has the 2.4 litre bi-turbocharged power. It can tackle any load. 3.5 tonne towing capacity. It can tow confidently and safely. Backed with Australia's first rock-solid 10-year warranty, 10 years Cap Pro servicing and a 4-year roadside assistance as well. It's a game changer. Nothing can frighten a Triton. Terms and conditions apply. Well, the Rabbitohs going for 3 straight to start the season for the first time since 2019. Josh Reynolds, we welcome you to the Triple M commentary team.
Hello, Maroon. Hello, everyone. And, what a game we've got here. Probably we've called South
every
three
week
times together, and they've surprised us. They've surprised me. They honestly have, but in a good way. Jai Gray been absolutely exceptional, just popping up everywhere. And I know you've got a few things to say about, Latrell coming back, but Jai Gray's been absolutely exceptional.
Yeah.
I've loved Jamie Humphries. The one thing I don't like about Jamie Humphries is he's the best looking guy in the NRL.
Right.
But last week when he kicked his first ever field goal, get excited. He just went, no drama, it's like it was nothing. But it's a great game either way, Maroon, so I'm very, very keen to get on.
And joining us once again, back by popular demand, the best player in the history of the NRLW, my friend Millie Elliott.
Oh, Maroon.
How are you, legend?
I'm good. It's good to be here and here a little bit early. I was late last time and I'm not now.
You're so early this week,
I was
weren't you?
very early.
Yeah.
Doors weren't even open. No. Look,
Because there's a double clip.
No, I don't
Upstairs.
know. Probably. But she was still like 4 hours early, weren't you, Millie?
I was this time. Yeah, no, but looking forward to this game. Saturday, 3 o'clock, Shark Park.
And who are you tipping?
I think it'll be a close one, but I can't see Sharks losing at home. First game for the season. And I think Rabbits have done really well to win their first 2 games. They've won 2 games by 3 points in total.
Yeah.
But, it's still a win.
Absolutely. It's still 2 wins to start the season. Here they come, the Rabbitohs, out onto the field. Jai Gray is the fullback. Isaiah Tass in game 50. And Michaeli Ravalawa makes his first appearance as a Rabbitoh. Jack Whiten and Campbell Graham in the centres. Walker and Humphries are the halves. Kepi and Mawali up front with Mamazoulis, Kaloa Matangi, Arrow and Tallis Duncan. And, of course, they are coached by the great Wayne Bennett. And the player everybody's talking about at the moment is Jamie Humphries. Field goal last week. It's not often we see a game that is resulted by a field goal where there's only one field goal attempt that goes over. We didn't have half a dozen missed field goals before we got to the field goal. Here come the Sharkies now, a home game for the guys from the Shire. Kennedy at fullback, Stone Street and Mulatalo on the wings. Ramian and Ero in the centres. Trindle and Hines are half and 5'8". Aden Fanua Blake and Oregon Kafusi up front with Blake Brayley. Nickera Wilton and the great Cam McInnes. And the referee for today's game, Little Jerry Sutton, as we like to call him. We are back in the Shire Shark Stadium, I think they're calling it this year. It's had about 400 names. And now it's just good old Shark Stadium. And
What
it's a few.
called?
Yeah.
Are they looking for a sponsor?
They haven't got a sponsor yet.
You could get them one. You've got about 1,000.
And I was thinking you could get like Grubby Reynolds Industries or something. Grubby Stadium. Hey, you
They don't like me in the Shire. I'm not allowed over there.
Actually, that'd be too lowbrow for his business to sponsor a whole footy.
Lowbrow.
I might start calling it the Bankstown RSL Stadium. Anyway, we're about to get underway, guys. We're going to have a bit of fun today. And an important game, although it's only round 3. Sharks kick off. Oh, it's an awkward start. Michaeli Ravalawa gets his first touch in the red and green. And he's 12 metres out from his own line. And we'll get up and play it back. Humphries is there at dummy half. Then goes across to Davey Mawali. Mawali gets caught and brought down 15 metres out on tackle 2. Triple M NRL, as always, for Ream and for Macca's too. The great Jai Arrow hit hard by Nikora. Might have got him with the shoulder. First penalty of the game, Grubby, goes to South.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, that one. It was a great shot there by Nikora, but I think because someone chopped him so hard underneath, they just put Jai Gray in a bad position, but good intent from the Sharks. That's what you want. I know it's a penalty, but you'll take that when the boys are going after it early in the game.
Expert comments from Seba Super, and there he is again. Arrow is brought down, gets up and plays it back, and then it goes to Graham, and then Graham is going to be driven back. Good defence there from the Sharkies, and he'll get up and play it back now to Mamazoulis, and it goes across to Kepi, and Kepi's taken by Mulatalo, and so to Adam Fanua-Blake in his new club. Played then to Mamazoulis. Humphreys back inside. Mawali, he's dropped it. It's picked up by Brayley, and the Sharks have the ball for the first time this afternoon, and they'll play it about 5 metres their own side of the halfway line. 90 seconds gone on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Big afternoon of rugby league on Triple M. We've got that next game for you as well. Dolphins and Tigers. Benny Dobbin will call that one for you. Brayley, Cam McInnes, then taken by his opposite number, Tallis Duncan, and brought down 6 metres inside Rabbitohs territory. Brayley goes left side, gets the ball away to Trindle, and he nearly cut him open, but he's taken in a good tackle. He'll get up and play it on tackle 3. Brayley again, then to the centre is Fanua-Blake, away from 1, and backs into the defence and brought down 28 metres out, virtually centre of the park. Brayley again, McInnes got the pass away, looked like it might have been a couple of inches forward. Inside the Westpac red zone they go on tackle 5. Brayley, Nico Hines from 20 out, up it goes, up they go, and taken by Tass, who's dropped it, and Millie, that'll be a knock on Souths.
Yeah, not a great way to start your set, but a great kick from Nico Hines in the corner. Looked like there was a little bit of sun in his eyes, and there's competition coming as he was going up for that ball, but a great attacking opportunity now for Sharks.
Billy, I've got a question for you. You played in the middle for a very long time.
Yes.
Adam Fanua-Blake, people like him shouldn't have feet like that in the middle. How hard to tackle someone with late feet?
Late footwork, I'd rather someone double the size coming straight on, because at least you can slow him down. The footwork just makes you look silly, and we saw just before he made Tallis Duncan not even get a hand to him. Very similar to Payne Haas last night when he split through the defence.
Nico Hines is 1 metre out. That's the voice of Millie Elliott joining Triple M NRL. Then it goes across now. Oregon Kafusi. 1 metre out right in front of the post on tackle 2. Gee, it's a beautiful day in Shire. Played to Brayley. Got the ball away to Adam Fanua-Blake, who went in reverse gear. And he's half a metre out right in front of the posts on tackle 3. Can they score here? Trindle, right side. Then it goes to Hines. Hines holds it up and strolls in for a very simple try, Grubby, and the Sharks are up 4-0.
Yeah, well, it looks simple, but they use the crash plays there. They use Fanua-Blake. They use Kafusi in the middle. They sucked all the South defenders in, and it was an easy play. Trindle drifts across field with a nice little drop play, and Nico Hines links up with him out the back. As you can see now, Trindle is their halfback. Nico Hines has the 7 on his back, but Trindle is the guy they go to now. It was a nice play. Brayley takes 1, no steps, a nice drop play, a nice lead line from Ramian there, and Nico Hines strolls in, Millie.
Yeah, and as you could see on the defensive line from that post, they only had 4 defenders. So there's always going to be numbers there. And Nico looked like he just kind of cruised through. He said, is anyone going to tackle me? I'll pass if you do, and we'll get a try out wide. But he went himself and pretty much untouched.
Yes, indeed. So the Beacon Trade scoreboard, it only took them 4 minutes, but Cronulla leads South by 4 points to 0. Pertec kick predictor has got this one at 56%. 56%, Robbie.
You know that at Shark Park, he's only missed 1 conversion out of his last 37.
Now, you see, here's someone who's done their homework.
There's an actual stat for you. I think he's 38 from 39 at Shark Park.
Hang on, did you say there's an actual stat? Like as if all the other stats aren't actual stats.
No comment. No comment.
I like that.
There's an actual stat.
Good actual stat.
There it is on the Pertec kick predictor. 56%. Nico Hines. And
I just hope Millie hasn't mocked him.
Here we go. She probably has put the hex right.
It was 26 from 27, but 30 sounded better.
An actual stat. Here's Nico, nice and straight and strong.
Oh,
it's hit the upright, no good. Cronulla 4, South nil as Triple M rocks the footy.
Specsavers Audiology. Don't leave your teammates on the sideline. Get everyone back into the game with Specsavers Audiology. Book an appointment with a Specsavers hearing expert today and rediscover the joy of everyday sounds.
Yeah, good afternoon, Maroon, Millie and Grubby back in the studio. Great to be here down on ground level at Sharks Stadium. I tell you what, guys, I love working for Triple M. Absolutely love it. But you know what my second favourite thing would be? To be on the hill right now in this sunny afternoon with a cold one in my hand. Look, Sharks fans have been waiting 8 months to get back to Sharks Stadium. That's their last home game here, guys, last year. There's certainly a feel about it as you walked into the ground. As far as the pitch is concerned, absolutely perfect conditions, which speaks to, I believe, a high-scoring affair, of which we've already seen 6 minutes in. Nico Hines cruises over. Look, he came into that match, guys, this match, with a little slight concern about a quad issue. I can tell you it was only a really bad call that he picked up against the Cowboys, Nico Hines. He looks A-OK, crosses over for the Sharks' first points.
Okay, Bob Jane, T-Marts, David Riccio on the sideline. Buy 3, get 1 free, and instant cash back on Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumho and Pirelli. BobJane.com.au, but T's and C's do apply.
You know what would be good to see? Yes. Dave Riccio, a very respected journalist, on the sideline with a beer.
Yeah, why not?
Just do it.
Why not? Yeah.
If any time, Saturday 3 o'clock, sun's shining at Shark Stadium.
Shark Park, as we used to call it in the old days. Here's Kennedy, and gets away from Walker, brought down by Keon Kaloamatangi. Tackle 3. Brayley's a dummy half. Here goes Oregon Kafusi. Nice little one out the back, but nobody was there to pick it up. Trindle goes short side. Then Ero comes back across, or is it Jess Ramian, in fact? Puts the fend on, straightens up, and brought down by Tallis Duncan. Cronulla 4, South nil, 6.5 gone. Brayley gets out a dummy half, makes some yards. Ducks away from Mamazoulis, gets the pass away now. Big Atten Fanua Blake into space. Very ordinary pass. It'll be play on. Picked up by Teague Wilton, brought down on the Westpac red zone. Penalty to Cronulla. The tackle was high, says little Jerry Sutton, our referee. And we will see Cronulla probably, I think they're going to have a shot here, Grubby.
Hey. For the record. He's got a good record.
Yeah.
No, he's not. But South have been a little bit ill-disciplined to start the game. They've come out, there's a fair few penalties, and if there are any chance today, they need to get their discipline better.
And 10 metres out, Cronulla on the attack, played back to Brayley, right side now Trindle, and then it went across to Fanua Blake, 5 metres out. Quick play, the ball is required. Who is there? It goes to Brayley, back to the centre to Trindle. Trindle gets it away to Kennedy. Kennedy steps off the left, and then brought down 10 metres out. On tackle 3, played back to Trindle, to Brayley once again. It goes to Nico Hines, then Kafusi, then Kennedy, and Kennedy can't get rid of Humphries. Tackle count restarts, and he's brought down 15 metres out, and the tackle count restarted in all of that. So we go back to the centre now, Cam McInnes. Got it away to Kafusi, and brought back down by Davey Mawali. You know, they're only 5 metres out. They've had all the ball, all the field position, 80% of possession on the Choice Hotel stats. Left side, Trindle, Teague Wilton, and he's got to be brought down in a big old love sandwich, 5 metres out from the South line. They just held on and held on. Brayley again to Trindle, to McInnes. Throws a dummy, gets caught up, brought down by Arrow. Good set of defensively for South on tackle 4. Here we go, Hines, who charged onto that. Nickera absolutely charged onto it and goes over right under the post. And the Sharks lead by 8 with only 8.5 gone, Millie.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get 3 sets on your line, defending back to back. Sharks just too big and too strong there. They had options everywhere, and it ended up being right through the middle.
Yeah, this is what he's known for, Nickera. He's lined, exceptional line, inside shoulder of the 4-man, which is very, very, very rare. Back rows are usually running on the inside of the 3-man, but it's what he's known for. And as you said, Millie, you just can't give him this much possession. They're too big. They're going to wear you down, the Sharkies. They're known to have a big pack, and it was a nice line and a nice ball from Nico Hines, who's been on fire at the early points of this game.
Now, Cronulla lead 8-0 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Can I just quickly mention, guys, that my son, Jimmy Maroon, is panelling the footy today. So if his panelling ability is anything like his father's, we could go off air at any time. So just be ready, Jimmy. We'll be waiting, mate. Just do your best. Cronulla 8, South 0 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. And the Pertec kick predictor from right in front, 100% for Nico Hines. And he'll kick this one. They're running toward the Botany Bay end of Shark Park.
How good does that look?
That looks sensational. It's a great place to go and watch the footy.
Terrible place to play.
Cronulla 10.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
It's too windy. It's terrible.
Cronulla 10, Souths 0. Triple M rocks the footy.
Tradies, while you're backing your footy team, Beacon Trade's backing you. Fans, downlights and the largest range of lighting. Get what you need at beacontrade.com.au.
Simply ill-discipline from South Sydney, guys, isn't it? It's just inviting the Sharks on the attack, and that's what you don't want to do when you're playing effectively a top four side in the eyes of many are the Cronulla Sharks. South Sydney just gifting them too many opportunities. Just on Nico Hines, guys, 10 minutes into this game, and he's by far the standout already. He added an extra few kilos to his frame coming into this season, and it was based on wanting to get more dominant with a running game, being harder to handle when he runs the ball, and that's certainly been on show in the first 10 minutes.
So Mamazoulis brings down McInnes. Thank you very much, David Riccio on the sideline for our mates at Bob Jane T-Marts.
You look like you've... Sorry, I shouldn't say, but with the Nico Hines, couple of kilos over the summer.
What put on?
Do you think I've put on a couple?
No, I have.
No, but
I'm
you
with
look
Charles,
great.
but you look like you've lost a couple.
I've been trying to lose.
No.
You know, I told you when we were in Cowra, I'm laying off the carbs.
You did
Right,
actually.
so
You did say
I'm
that.
just going carb free. Jai Gray takes it, and he's taken by Teague Wilton, so his run meters are actually in the minuses now. He's -3 run meters because Teague Wilton took him back.
Teague Wilton. I grew up with Teague.
Did you down the coast?
He played for the Narooma Devils.
Okay.
I was Cabarga Wheels. He's the grade below me, but always grew up together, friends with his sister. And
Right. And who was
beautiful
Adam's
family, the
Adam's
Wilsons.
What team was Adam?
Adam was Tatra. See.
Right, okay. And remember my mate I told you about? He's Candelo Bamboka.
Candelo Bamboka.
That's around there somewhere, isn't it?
That's around there. Well done.
You know your stuff, don't you?
Don't worry
You
about
got
that.
fingers in every pie, don't
Yeah,
you?
I do.
I just love how Millie said you've put on weight.
I quickly changed it.
Yeah, no.
You're looking good.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Millie. I don't get that at home. This is Stone Street, who has scored 8 tries in 5 games, if you want an actual stat. Millie Elliott. And the ball comes across to Mulatalo. And those stats for Choice Hotels, of course. Cronulla 10, Souths 0. And the ball is played back to Trindle. And then it goes across to Ero, who bounces out of a tackle. And then brought down by Tallis Duncan. But the Rabbitohs have had 20% or 15% of possession on the Choice Hotel stats in the opening 12 minutes. Cam McInnes, now it's Nico Hines, over the 10, and brought down by Davey Moali. Jerry Sutton says it's tackle 5. It's been all the Sharks. Now Trindle from 40 metres out, up she goes, high and deep. Oh, Michaeli Ravalawa takes it on the full and gets caught 9 metres out, and will get up and play it back to Humphreys. Then he got the pass back inside to Graham, who might have been taken high by Oregon Kafusi. Referee says that's okay. Humphreys at dummy half, gets the pass away to Tass, and brought down eventually there by McInnes at Triple M_NRL. Len Nicodemo says, tell Grubby, hang on, Jai Gray, he's away, Jai Gray, and brought down. I don't know what they're going to do with him when Latrell comes back, but he's got to be in the side. Here's Tass up toward the halfway. Len Nicodemo says, when you talk about Humphreys being a good sort, Grubby, don't sell yourself short. Mamazoulis back for Humphreys. It's high and it's deep, and who gets under it? Kennedy, but if I can be honest with you, Grubby, you're a little bit hairy for my liking. Then it goes across. It ends up with Ero. Ero's got a bit of space to move. Oh, the pass went forward from Mulatalo to Ero. Forward she went, and the Rabbitohs finally get a crack inside the red zone.
Well, it's about time, Maroon, and this is what they needed, South. They're on the back foot. Cronulla have been very, very dominant in this game. I don't know how that's... Oh, they call them this one. I was going to say it wasn't the one before, but nice linking up from the back 5 of the Sharkies. But this is the Rabbits' chance. They've been overpowered. They've been ill-disciplined. This is the first time they've got some good attacking footy.
Yeah, and as you said before, they've only had 20% around that possession. So the fact that they could get in the game and get closer to Cronulla after defending,
Yeah.
I think 3 times the amount is very impressive. Just on that, they would have got a nice cheeky break there if that wasn't for
absolutely.
marginal.
And now this is Kepi inside the Westpac red zone. Cronulla lead 10-0, 14 gone. Mamazoulis is at dummy half. Left side is Cody Walker, and then the pass went to Keon Kaloamatangi, and he's only 3 metres out. Rabbitohs looking for their first try. At dummy half, Mamazoulis, Walker, Kepi. Kepi is met and brought down by Teague Wilton. 3 metres out, virtually right in front of the post on tackle 2. Then Mamazoulis, then Cody Walker, and then Jai Gray. Michaeli Ravalawa, I think he went into touch. He's claiming a try, Michaeli. He's claiming a try. Well, the Harvey Norman replay will tell us.
No try, mate. Just looking at the
He's a fibber.
Yeah, I thought he went out. Did you?
It's close. I think he's done not a bad job, but it's his first game for the Bunnies. He's just said, Wayne, I'm here for you.
Didn't he join the team on Sunday?
Yeah, well...
Try! He's done exceptionally well. I think that's a try.
No fibbing
baby.
there.
Yes.
Looking at Michaeli's right foot here.
I think it stays in.
Harvey Norman replay. It's in. It's out.
At the end there.
Oh, is it in? It's in.
The ankle that ends up over.
Can't really tell, though, from that angle.
Well, I
They got to
think-
go with the no try.
Yeah, they're going to have to go with the no try. There, that angle should tell you it's a try.
No, look, right. I reckon there's 2 grasses of paint on his boots.
Two blades of grass.
That's it.
We have a decision.
Maroon got very, very
Could have been
excited
a fairy
there.
tale.
I'll tell you one thing, though, guys. That's the first time South have been down there, and they nearly scored a try. So, not bad signs for the Bunnies Maroon, and for the Sharkies' defence. They want to be on. Are you cheering? What are you cheering?
I'm just happy South are going to win 3. They're going to win this one. I'm just feeling very confident. And I'll be having Chinese food again tonight.
Prawn cutlets.
Prawn cutlets, curry prawns.
Go, Miliani.
Oh, no, Millie's and me are prawn cutlet neutral at the moment. The ball is played back for Brayley, and then it goes to Ramian. And we'll go down to you on the sideline for Bob Jane, David Riccio.
Millie's on fire with the research because she's absolutely spot on. Michaeli Ravalawa only joined South Sydney last Sunday after that release went through from St George Illawarra Dragons. It's an interesting release, guys, for the Bunnies picking up Michaeli Ravalawa, because he actually, the part of the release is he returns to the Dragons in 2026, so it's only for this season at this stage. We all know how rugby league works, though. If Michaeli starts having a blinder, I reckon South Sydney will keep him.
Yes, well, so he's on loan, really, David. Thank you for Bob Jones.
Effectively, yes.
And the ball is played up, and it ends up with Graham. And then, how did you behave yourself in Vegas, David Riccio? I haven't heard anything about you yet.
Yeah, no, always. Always.
I remember he went to T-Pain.
Pardon?
He went to T-Pain.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Oh, that's right. You went to T-Pain.
On tackle 2.
Yep.
We love him. Do you like T-Pain, Millie?
Who doesn't?
Oh, do you know any of his songs?
Yeah.
Can you name one for me?
Buy you a drink.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
I'm sprung.
What was the one you liked last week?
Cronulla 10, South nil.
Bit inappropriate.
Was it get your biscuits in the oven and your buns in the bed or something? Now, we've got a captain's challenge here. Let's have a look at this on the Harvey Norman replay, because I don't know what's going on. That's Michaeli Ravalawa taken high by Adam Vanua Blake.
Yeah, you'd have to think that's a high, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure that was high.
Michaeli's still got possession at this point, just seeing if he loses at any point after this.
And now, the challenge is, in fact, a knock-on Harvey Norman captain's challenge. So, that there's no issue with the tackle. It's whether or not
maintains possession the whole time.
Okay,
There's no knock-on.
the challenge is successful.
Challenge is successful.
Tackle 2 with
Michaeli Ravalawa's.
Katie. You've got the
All right, so Cody Walker's having a whinge for no reason. They've won the challenge, and he's saying you've held us up, and he holds him up a little bit more.
It's not like him.
Absolutely, it's not like him at all. So I just thought of a song by T-Pain I like, as Booty Work. Yeah, here's Jai Arrow. He'll get up and play it back now to Mamazoulis, who gets it away to Ravalawa, who does a bit of booty work on Teague Wilton, and he's 10 metres out from his own line on tackle 4. Mamazoulis again, and then it goes to Tallis Duncan, but the Rabbitohs are pinned inside their own 20. Mamazoulis again, then for Humphries from inside the 20. It's a long, high kick, and straight to the arms of Kennedy. So they're going to have field position here, the Sharkies, and in fact, start the set inside the Rabbitohs half. And Cronulla lead the game 10-0. Nico Hines, short side, gets the pass away to Stone Street, who just crosses into South Territory. Then Cam McInnes away from one and brought down by Davey Mawali. Cronulla looking for try number 3. Trindle has it, Adam Fanua-Blake. That looked forward to Teague Wilton. Wilton is 29 metres out on tackle 4. At the play the ball, they are going to go back toward the centre for Trindle. Little kick over the top. Nico Hines chases to the in goal. Jai Gray has no option but to run it dead. Cronulla 10, South 0 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard, Millie.
Yeah, it's good to see the halves combining there, and they're obviously chatting. It was Nico and Trindle leading that, and they both made Jai Gray have no other options but to run it out.
Yeah, it was a smart play because Jai Gray is coming to the line, and either Nico or Trindle has seen it early and put a kick in. Nice play from the two halves.
Short dropout goes 15 metres, taken on the full by Mulatalo. He's going to get up and play it back to Ero. Ero is inside the Westpac red zone and can't get away from the tackle of Kepi, and he's brought down by Mamazoulis. 11 metres out on tackle 2. Cronulla on the attack looking for their 3rd. Then it went across for McInnes. Drop back inside there to Adam Fanua-Blake. And Adams at 63 run metres already. Then left side to his partner in crime, Oregon Kafusi. Flips one out the back to Brayley, gets it away to Trindle, right side, back up the middle comes Nickera again, try saver from Jai Gray, 1 metre out, he'll get up and play it back again, and Brayley, McInnes, Nico Hines, Teague Wilton, steps around, gets the ball back to Nico Hines, Ero, they're throwing it around like a hot potato, and they can't bring them down, and eventually he's brought down 3 metres out. Ero will get up and play it back. It's tackle 5 for the Sharks. On the last tackle, it comes across for Nico Hines. Kicks, sits up beautifully, taken by Keon Kaloa-Matangi. Away goes Keon. Oh, he should have passed it, but he gets out of the Westpac red zone, and Souths get a very well rewarded penalty there, Grubby.
A great play there from Keon, and probably Nico Hines would have probably liked to put it in the corner there for Stone Street, but nice play there from Keon. The Sharkies were trying to build pressure, but this is what you need from your leaders. Keon is a leader now in this Souths team, and you're a little bit down. You're away from home, backs against the wall. Awesome play to get him back into some good field position.
Keon looked a little bit like a fullback coming through there, beating a few defenders and making a few metres and earning themselves a penalty and a bit of a piggyback up the field. Good to see.
Penalties are 2-all on the Choice Hotel stats. Mamazoulis, a dummy half, and then it went to Mawali at the halfway. Well, after a sensational start, the Sharkies, Souths have kind of levelled it off a little bit with a great defending set on their own line, and they just need to get some points on the board. Mamazoulis and Kepi needs support, and he'll play it 30 metres out from the Cronulla line, and then Mamazoulis goes left, gets it away to Humphreys. Humphreys stops and starts, and he'll play it right on the 20-metre line, tackle 5. They need a good kick here. Here's Cody Walker, and the kick probably wasn't the kick they needed, although Ronnie might get caught in the in-goal, and he might not, Ronnie's away. Jai Gray's there. He gets it past to Kennedy. Then it comes out to Ero. He steps inside Michaeli Ravalawa. Oh, he's away. He's got support. He won't need the support. Over the 20. Oh, what a try for the Cronulla Sharks. Ero, one end to the other. Oh, Grubby, that's sensational football.
Unbelievable try for the Sharkies here. But there is one man who's fuming at the moment, and it is you.
No.
But if I was Cody Walker, and that was the kick chase I got off, a beautiful kick. Marine, you said it wasn't the kick they needed. It was a beautiful kick, sat up in the in-goal, but the kick chase let him down. And then it was Cronulla's back 5 again who made the Bunnies play. As we can see here, Muatalo beats one, beats about 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's pretty poor. Pretty poor defence here, and Iro just backs himself. Ravalawa had every chance to get him. Kepi with the ankle tap. Great try, Cronulla, Millie.
Oh, Muatalo had no right to get out of the in-goal there. He was 1 step away from the dead ball line and just didn't give up. He got out, he got 10 metres out, and he had found the offload, the pass to Kennedy, and they were away on that left edge. And it just shows what footy can go from one end scoring to points on the other end.
Expert comments for Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Josh Reynolds, Millie Elliott, and we'll go very shortly to our man on the sideline, the Italian stallion that behaved himself in Vegas, David Riccio. We'll go down there shortly. Right now, 85%. The Pertec kick predictor, great try from Kale Ero. He had a bit of work to do and he showed a clean pair of heels. Now, Pertec kick predictor, 85%. Nico Hines, Cronulla, just looking a grade above South at the moment. Here comes Nico Hines, moves in, and this one's coming around, sits it right on the roof of the ice cream van. Cronulla 16, Souths nil as Triple M rocks the footy.
For industrial products designed and tested to handle any kind of drama, Australians turn to Pertec, drama resistant since 1980.
Guys, last November the Sharks started the off-contract period with 10 first graders to re-sign. The one that Sharks fans wanted most re-signed was Ronaldo Mulitalo, and that's exactly why. He's a fan favourite. Extraordinary work to get out of his in-goal and then to set up the play for Kennedy and then to Kale Iro, who has to be one of the most improved centres in the game. A rising star is Kale Iro.
Thank you very much. David Riccio on the sideline for Bob Jane T-Marts. Beacon Trades, of course. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. You know where to go. Beacon Trades. Get all the expert advice, the lighting, the fans, the electrical. Get it done. Get it done right. Join the team. beacontrade.com.au. Cronulla leads South 16-0, and ex-Rabbitoh Cam McInnes is going to get up and play it back, and it comes across to Hines, and then Hines gets it away to Adam Fanua-Blake, and he gets away from one, and Big Adam is having a field day out there at the moment, and brings up 70-plus metres. We'll play it then to Brayley. It goes to Kennedy. I just got a bad feeling they might go back-to-back here, which is a good feeling if you're in the Shire. McInnes, Hines, Nicola, and Ramian puts the fend on Whiten, who comes at him again. Inside the Westpac red zone on tackle 5. It comes back across to Hines, floats one out to his winger, Stone Street, and he's left over, and he's claiming a try in the corner, but you don't think so, Grubby?
Well, maybe I'm wrong. We've got it wrong before, Maroon, but this is going to be unbelievable. I can't wait to see the Harvey Norman replay here and see if he actually got this down, but super smart play from Nico Hines here. He didn't like what he's seen on the open side, went back to the short side. There was South people everywhere, Sharks people everywhere, as we can see. Stone Street, Twinkle Toes. Oh, it's close.
It'll come down to the put down because he did stay in.
You reckon he stayed in, Millie?
Oh,
I think he stayed in.
On the far side of the field. We're going to need a bit of a close-up.
He's dropped it. He's dropped it all day.
He did jump very high, probably unnecessarily high there.
Yeah,
there's no one there.
Coming in attackers.
Looks better for the photos.
Agreed. Harvey Norman replay, no try because he's dropped that, and he made it look spectacular.
It looks like a diver.
There's clear separation. Sam Stone Street loses the ball over the try line.
Good effort.
Decision.
Good effort.
Well, I mean, he did drop it. Harvey Norman Samsung 2024 TV run out on now. Big screens, king screens. I didn't know you could get king screens. All screens on sale. Harvey Norman Samsung 24 TV run out. Best prices guaranteed. Cronulla 16, South nil. No try. He has scored 8 tries in 5 games. Millie, do you know?
That's an actual stat.
That is an actual stat.
Actually, no, what? I think it was more than that.
Oh, really?
I'll have to find out, but
okay.
I think it's more.
We'll get Kiwi Steve, our producer, to get onto that when he comes back from the pub. Havili is on there for the Souths. Down to you on the sideline for Bob Jane. David?
Yeah, certainly a lot of changes from Wayne Bennett. He's reacted to this scoreline. I can tell you LeBlanc's out there now, Saliba Havili's out there, and it's Kepi and also Tallis Duncan coming from the field.
So here's LeBlanc now, and LeBlanc is just inside Cronulla's end on tackle 4. Mamazoulis, here's Havili. You can't miss Havili, the face. The face. Look at him. He's 29 metres out on tackle 5. Mamazoulis. Last play. Humphreys puts a kick up. Out to the ward. The wing of Stone Street goes up. Oh, he's knocked it on Stone Street. Kaloa Matangi has it. Tackle count restarts. Rabbitohs go into the Westpac red zone. Here they come. Cronulla lead the game 16-0. It's played to Humphreys. And then it's given across to Crazy Joe Totola, 10 metres out. Mamazoulis again. Havili. Head down bum up, heads for the line. Oh, great online defence, Oregon Kafusi to stop him. Then left out of dummy half. LeBlanc gets it away to Cody Walker. Changes direction. Humphries and Graham. He weaves his way through and brought down 3 metres out. Great defence, the blue team. The Sharkies. Ravalawa a dummy half. Long pass to Humphries. Then LeBlanc. And a chop down and a great tackle by Cam McInnes. Tackle 4. Rabbitohs on the attack. Mamazoulis. And then it went across to Totola. Easy for you to say. 3 metres out on tackle 5. Humphries. Oh, he floats one out. McKaylee wasn't there. And it Harbour Bridged its way right over the sideline.
Harbour Bridge?
And a Harbour Bridge pass.
That's an Anzac Bridge. What's bigger?
Well, an Anzac Bridge is a different shape, though, Grubby.
Well, that's what that
Look
looked
at
like.
that thing. That's a Golden Gate Bridge.
That was, but yeah, look, it was the play.
Yeah.
Because the centre jammed. Humphries felt the pressure, but just couldn't come up with the execution of the play. But good set from South. They mount a bit of pressure there, but it would have been nice if they could come up with a try, Millie.
Yeah, it would have, and it was the right idea. It didn't, like you said, it just lacked execution there. It went out on the full, and Rabbitohs, he's not that high. He's not that tall.
Okay, well, try's gone begging, as they say. There you go. There's a stat. Sam Stone Street. I just put my false teeth back in. Sam Stone Street stat. 8 games, 10 tries.
There you go. I knew it was a little bit more.
Okay, there you go. And that is an actual stat.
That's an actual stat.
Okay. From inside the 40, it's kicked by Trindler. Chance at a 40-20.
Wow.
Oh, it's a beautiful
That was
40-20. It's a Maccas I'm loving at the moment because he kind of got himself Grubby on a difficult angle there.
Yeah, he's kicking across his body, and that's hard to do as a half. You usually want to kick through and kick to the right-hand corner, but this is Trindle. He's stepped up the last couple of years, and I think it was a 4th tackle kick, and as you can see, that is a hard kick to do. It is not easy to hook it across your body, and Jai Gray wasn't in a bad position either, so you can't blame the fullback. That is just a classy kick from a classy 5'8".
I tell you what, when you're playing and you're a middle and you know you're about to defend and your half just kicks that, it's what do you want?
Yeah. What do you want?
What do you want? Thank you very much.
Here's Sifa Talakai, another former Rabbitoh. I think he's there. I think he's reached out and got that on the line, Sifa.
Had no try.
Jerry Sutton
Just
says
looking
no
to
try.
see that Sifa Talakai puts the ball down short, and then it's only the ground that's keeping the ball against his arm that he loses it there.
Okay, we're going to have a look at this on the Harvey Norman replay with the big king screen Samsung. Oh, he's knocked that on, Sifa. He's knocked that on, baby. Don't you think, Josh?
Whoa, I just want to see this first one. Does he get it down here, though?
It's so tempting.
He's got that. That's not a knock on. I'm calling...
Oh, he's not even near the line. What are you on?
On-field ruling that it was
Where are
short.
you getting your glasses at?
Piccolos.
Honestly.
All right, Millie, what
If
do you
it's the
reckon?
forearm, though, like that's still... It doesn't lose touch of his arm.
The ball's
I'm going
originally
try.
grounded short,
Where actual sense
and
from
then he
Millie
loses
Elliott.
control of the
but
ball. We have a decision.
Oh, okay, well, you're right, Maroon.
Hold on.
hang on. Is this a try?
No, I think they just said he loses control.
Here we go. Decision. No try.
You were right.
No try.
Lucky, because Maroon was about to lose control.
I'm absolutely partial on this one. Cronulla 16, South nil. Down to the sideline, David Riccio.
Yeah, led off the hook there, South Sydney. Sifa Talakai going alone under the post. Just some changes. Braden Hamlin-Ueli's out there now. And obviously Sifa Talakai. Big Adam Fanua Blake was absolutely outstanding. He's come from the field.
Now Cody Walker feeds the scrum. Souths have it. And hang on to it, McKaylee. 15 metres out. And he gets roughhoused by your old teammate Teague Wilton. Where did he come from, Millie?
Maruma.
And you come from Bega.
No, I'm from Cobargo.
That's right. Well, it's near Bega, isn't it?
I don't care. Yeah, I come from Cobargo.
Well, but you played for Bega, didn't you? With what about
Dale Finucane.
Yeah,
yeah,
Kezi.
One of the greats.
Kezi? That's who I'm thinking of. Here's Totola, who's 5 metres his own side of the halfway line. Played to Mamazoulis.
That's someone who doesn't do their research.
Really, Cody Walker. Then it goes to Jai Gray. Then it goes to Whiten. And he's taken in a beautiful tackle by Ramian. Gets up and plays it back. Tass gets it back inside to Cody Walker. And then it goes to LeBlanc. And, of course, Grubby's research is how many duplexes can I get on this plot plant in Reedsby? Tackle 5. There's Humphries. Up it goes. Up goes Kennedy and takes it beautifully. And then he's brought down by Keon Kalamatangi.
You know what I like about Will Kennedy? The shaved head.
Yeah?
There's no hair getting in the way. The long hair, I don't know how the guys play with hair in their eyes, because obviously as girls we've majoritively got long hair, but it gets pulled back very tight, braids, whatever, ponytail.
Yes.
The amount of times Nico, Pat Carrigan, even Humphreys, even though his isn't that long, he seems to pull it out of the way a lot.
Okay, well, maybe would you consider cutting all your hair off when you come back?
No, I'll just use a hair tie, but I'm saying it doesn't do...
Here's Jai Gray, and then Isaiah Tass in game 50.
I wouldn't think you'd cut it off. You'd probably shave it off.
Well, you might. Well, what's the difference? What do you?
What's the difference? One's with scissors and one's with shavers, clippers, mate.
Have you ever had the buzz cut?
I have.
Grub?
I have.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to Grub. I was also talking about on the field, you know.
Yeah, I see. Yes. Well, I did play for the Waterloo Warrandaras. Don't forget that.
I actually got a buzz cut in Turkey.
And the ball comes. Did you really?
Anything else in Turkey?
Yeah.
Well, you know what comes with the buzz cut in Turkey?
No, I don't. But I'm
here when you come back.
Here's LeBlanc, Mamazoulis. Havili is right on the halfway line. I didn't even know you'd been to Turkey. Then it goes back across to Humphreys, who kicks it on tackle 5. It's still 16-0 Cronulla lead. Stone Street throws a very ordinary pass. Kennedy picks it up, gets away from Graham, numbers again, and Mulatalo steps inside. He's got right over the halfway. He's got support from Hero. He's getting chased by Jai Gray. He sends a pass back in field. It's going to be picked up. It's given to Nico Hines. Hines gets it back to Mulatalo. Then it goes back across, and Kennedy scores in the corner. Razzle-dazzle from the Sharks, and they get there in the end, and now they lead the game by 20 points to 0, Millie.
Oh, it's so good to see the Cronulla Sharks just turning defence into attack off that kick from Humphreys. They love that left edge, and they've always got their back 5 loaded and ready to go, and there always seems to be space out there. It's great to see the counter-attack of the Sharks.
I don't know about the pass from Stone Street.
No, that was very average.
Bill Kennedy will speak to it. But look at it. What about the Goosey? Muatalo, he's on fire. As you said, with this left edge with Ira. But I love this play. Jai Gray chases.
Yeah.
That's what you want from a team,
from
mate.
a fullback.
That's what you love.
That's what you want from a fullback.
Watch again. He's coming again. And he's going again. That is a guy I want in my team, Maroon.
Oh.
That is a guy I want in my team. Absolutely great effort. But Muatalo, he's absolutely on fire today, and so are the Sharks back 5. They're making South Sydney pay, unfortunately for you, Maroon.
I tell you what, if Jai Gray's not in this team in weeks to come, I will go on 100 strong.
Where do you think he needs to be in at fullback?
Maybe maybe he can be at 14.
Yes. Well, you know what? Speaking of 14s, these two teams, they've got Memazalis and Brayley. They both played 80 minutes last week. What is with the hookers? They've got one of the toughest jobs on the field, and we're not rotating them. Is that a new thing?
Well, Millie, who signed? The Cheeses signed.
Yes.
I'm very interested to see what happens there, Maroon.
Yeah.
What would you like as a South supporter?
I would like to have not signed him. Cronulla 20, Souths 0.
Wow, that's very...
Pertek kick. Well, we don't have a great record with Roosters off cuts, if I can be quite honest. Cronulla 20, Souths 0. Pertek kick predictor, 56% for Nico Hines from the sideline. 18 of 20. And here comes Nico now, moving in. And hits this, comes around beautifully, but just too much. So Cronulla 20, South 0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
It's Australia's favourite water heater. You know who we're talking about. Built tough for Aussie conditions and manufacturing right here in Australia for over 80 years. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a room.
9 minutes remaining in this first half, guys. And in this serious stakes, South Sydney need a serious rev up at half time by Wayne Bennett. If he's capable of that, we know how cool and composed Wayne is. But they're getting absolutely slaughtered through the middle to start with, the South Sydney pack. And that's just allowing the Sharks outside backs to run riot. Now, this will hurt them even more. Jai Gray is now coming from the field for a HIA assessment. And Jaden Sullivan is coming onto the field. I can only assume that Jai has suffered that in maybe attempting to tackle on Kale Hero. But Jai Gray is going straight up the tunnel for a HIA assessment, guys. 9 minutes remaining in the first half.
Thank you, David Riccio, for Bob Jane at Triple M _NRL. Oscar says, can you say hello to our basketball team, the Hot Steppers? We've won 6 straight. Oh, well done, Oscar boy. Cronulla 20, Souths 0 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. 8 minutes and 42 seconds. And that's what's left in the first half. Do the Rabbitohs have a comeback in them? Hamlin Uele gets up and plays it back to Brayley. And then it goes to Trindle from inside the 40. This is going to be a 40-20.
Wow,
There's nobody at home.
Wow.
Nobody at home. There's still nobody over there.
It's too smart. But Maroon, I know you're a bit angry as a South supporter, but third tackle.
I'm impartial.
Yeah, but third tackle, no one's thinking that. No one's thinking that, you know. But I might add, maybe the wind is behind their back, and maybe the wingers have got to be a bit of a step back. But then the Sharks attack you on the edges, so it's just tricky. Trindle, he's absolutely on fire today.
Now Cronulla 20, Souths 0, and Cronulla on the attack again as it's played back and comes out to Sifa Talakai, who's already almost scored. He's right in front of the post. Brayley is there again. Hines now drops one back in for big Hamlin Uele, who's 2 metres out and right in front of the sticks. Right side with a long pass, Trindle, who's had a good game today as the tackle count restarts. And Cronulla are 3 metres out. And he will get up and play it back. It'll come across now to Cam McInnes. And the ex-Rabbitoh, he never stops this bloke. He's 1 metre out. On tackle 2. Then it goes across. Nico Hines has got it. Now he floats one out to Mulatalo, who skips in and then steps in and then does a little Michael Jackson moonwalk and then gives it to Ero, who sends it back infield to Kennedy, who gets out of one and he's pulled down inside the Westpac red zone. Brayley is there. Then it goes to Hines. Then it goes to Sifa Talakai. And 1, 2, 3 of them. They still can't stop Big Sifa, who will play it now 3 metres out on tackle 4. Brayley, long pass right side to Nico. Away from one, back infield to Cam McInnes. And he makes a very, very rare error, Millie Elliott.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Nico just stepped off that right foot to come back inside, but tell you what, I can sense a try from Talakai. He is getting so close every time, and he looks like he really wants one today.
Yeah, they're toying with him at the moment, unfortunately, the Sharkies. They're going side to side, they're looking good. Nico Hines felt Ravalawa was jamming, went over the top, wasn't the play, but Souths have actually been okay in the middle because a couple of Sharkies players are coming against the grain and they're holding their own, but I think it's going to crack in the middle soon, Maroon.
For Bob Jane T-Mart's on the sideline, David Riccio.
Yeah, Maroon, just a quick update. It's Jack Whiten that's gone to fullback for South Sydney with Jai Gray off the field undergoing a HIA assessment at this point in time. And Bud Sullivan, he's gone into that centre position that Whiten was playing. Whiten's gone to fullback, guys.
At Triple M _ NRL, the King says, did David Riccio play SG ball for Cronulla when he was playing for D-Lar?
I wish.
Okay. I thought that maybe you might have played a bit of junior reps. Here's Walker. Now, I'm telling you why I asked that. I did a function with D-Lar the other night and they said, I said that you played there and they said, who? They don't recall. Here's LeBlanc. Tackle 5. And Cronulla lead 20-0 with 5 minutes left in the first half. Humphreys puts a kick downfield, straight into the arms of Kennedy. Stone Street comes onto the ball now and comes out to his left side of the field where they have found defence a little wanting from the Rabbitohs. Then Trindle goes back toward the centre for Ronnie Mulatalo, who's brought down by Humphreys. Cam McInnes comes off the field. And now this is Ero. So Cronulla, of course, lost 1-1 going into this game, Millie.
No, I was just saying Jai Gray last week, 300 run metres or something, and he has gone off the field with a HIA, but only 2 runs for 11 metres heading into the second half. Very different game than we've seen.
This is the thing with the good teams, I feel, Millie. The Sharks would have seen this last week, seen what he's done, and he'll be a target today. You know, he'll be on the chopping block and making sure he didn't do what he done last week, and that's what all the good teams do. They strangle you. They try and take the good plays out of the game.
Yeah, let's hope that passes that HIA and gets back on.
So remember, Benny Dobbin is calling the next game for us, Dolphins and West Tigers.
Who do you like, Maroon?
I like the Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah.
Because not only is it in Brisbane, it's in Redcliffe.
Yeah. KO Stadium.
Yeah, KO Stadium.
They haven't had a win yet.
They haven't had. Well, they got the rough end of the pineapple in that first game when they had to come down to Sydney because of the cyclone.
Yeah.
Humphreys,
The Rabbits.
Walker, yes, and brought down by Hines, and then Sullivan sends it back inside to Humphreys, and then it's to Tola. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Big jobs, small job, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, the fans, and all the electrical gear the tradies need at Beacon Trade. Right now, quick hands, Graham, Ravalawa, but the pass has gone astray, and it ends up with Hero. Well, that's what you try. You call bombing a try.
This was, I think the South might get the ball back here. I think the ref just said it might have been touched forward from the Sharkies for South's, hopefully for South here. But this is beautiful play here by Humphreys. If you see, we see on the Harvey Norman replay, Jackie Whiten pops up on the middle. He shows on his lazy, on the lazy wing on the inside, plays nice and square, and hits Jackie Whiten sweeping around the outside. So Souths get the ball back down from Cronulla. A
try before half-time would really help.
And they've missed a few kicks, so it feels like it's more than 20-0. But if they do get a try here, it's anyone's game going into second half.
Now, we're right on 2.5 minutes left. I think they're going to have that scrum again. Michaeli Ravalawa.
Why does he feed the scrum?
He's feeding the scrum.
Maybe that's what they've brought him for.
The world's biggest halfback, big Michaeli Ravalawa.
I don't think he knows how to do it.
He's had 3 days to practice.
So Humphreys now inside the Westpac red zone. It's Walker. They float one out to Isaiah Tass. He bats it back in field. It's a mad woman's breakfast. And they knock it on. And Cronulla have the ball with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Got a knock on against Jack.
That's
shot clock on.
Cody Walker, one of the best ball players in the game, if not the best. But he just felt he needed to score off the first play. Stone Street's jammed. He usually nails them. I'll give it to Cody. He usually nails them, but I think they needed to build a bit of pressure there, Maroon, and hopefully come up with a try before half-time.
Now, this time Cronulla to feed the scrum, and with 90 seconds left in this first half. That ball is picked up by Kennedy. What about you, Grubby? Who do you like, Dolphins or Tigers?
I like the Dolphins, as Willie said. I just think they need to win, but I think it's a big game for the Tigers because everyone's got big raps on the Tigers at the moment. I see an article in the paper today, they've got the best spine in the game, which is a huge call, but they need to win games like this on the road where it's close, and if you're going to be a top 8 team, I think it's a bit of a statement game for them.
And Millie?
Yeah, look, I think the Dolphins will win just because they're chasing that win. They're probably a little bit hungrier at home as well, but as Grub just said, Tigers are looking good, and they've got more players back. Coruscant, Luai, they look good. Galvin, they're humming.
In 40 seconds left in the first half. Then Brayley, the dummy half. They could thought of a field goal here. Hines goes right side. Nicara, Ramian. Numbers out there on the right side. They'll play it. Westpac red zone once again. Stone Street and Hines, and then Hamlin Ueli, and he is just charging forward. Right to the 10-metre line before he stopped. 18 seconds left now. Brayley at dummy half. Nico Hines has got it. Left side we go. Trindle. And left again. Intercepted by Michaeli Ravalawa. And he's instantly stopped. But at least he stopped to try big Michaeli. He's just paid for himself. And then Graham will take the tackle. And that will be all they wrote for the first half of this game. It is all one-way traffic for the home side in the Shire. Cronulla 20 points to 0. Triple M NRL, as always, is thanks to Ream Hot Water. If your hot water needs replacing, get the one that's steady, hot and strong. Australia's favourite hot water heater. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. I know that Grubby does whenever he's building a duplex. He gets the Ream Hot Water in there.
2 for 1.
2 for 1 deal. Surprise Fries is back at Macca's with 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes and a weekly draw to win 10k cash. One of the surprise prizes. Josh Reynolds, Millie Elliott, David Riccio and Anthony Maroon. Cronulla 20, South nil as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton, nothing can frighten a Triton.
Free tolls for a year.
G'day, Brian. Brian, want to let you know I've got some good news for you, mate. You've won M's Pay Your M's. The M's are paying your M's. Got tolls for a whole year, big man.
That's good, Jack. Thank you very much. That's great.
Triple M's Pay Your M's. Free tolls for an entire year.
Roll it all out again starting Monday.
The Triple M toll booth opens with Triple M breakfast and right across the day.
Let's do it. Come on.
The M's are paying your M's.
On 104.9 Triple M.
Surprise Prize is in full swing at Macca's with millions of prizes to be won.
I won 1 3 cabs rides for a year.
A $2 grand Prezi gift card.
Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win. Ends April 1, 2025. For full terms and permit numbers, visit our website.
Hahn Ultra, a beer with 0 carbs, which makes it ultra good. Best served ultra cold, after some sort of ultra-curricular activity. Hahn Ultra, 0 carb, great taste, how good. Less than 0.5 grams of carbs per serve. Drink responsibly.
Does your business cash flow need a spark to come off the bench to make that winning play? Prosper's business line of credit can provide your business with a safety net of funds to cover day-to-day expenses. Draw down on what you need when you need it and only pay interest on what you use. Prosper have helped over 50,000 small businesses stay in the game. Apply today at prosper.com. That's PROSPA. T's and C's and standard credit criteria apply.
Hurry! Only 1 week until the Yoka Challenge is in town. The ultimate obstacle course experience for everyone. From 100 metres to 5K plus the high-speed pursuit event. Yoka Royale, March 29th and 30th, Penrith Regatta Centre. Book now, yohka.com.
An open flame whooshes to life. Dialed down. Simmering. The splat and sizzle of a juicy onion. Pops of hot oil. The flames hiss and rise. And then the delicious, sweet searing of a steak. Each side to perfection. A barbecue, a season of everyday sounds, waiting to be rediscovered. Whatever sounds you've lost, our hearing experts could help you find them again. To book a hearing appointment, search Specsavers Audiology.
With NRMA Insurance, you could enjoy our multi-policy discount when you take out 2 or more eligible policies. NRMA Insurance, a help company. Discount applies in tiers based on the number of eligible policies. Maximum tier reached at 9 eligible policies. Visit nrma.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
Dive into the minds of the investigative journalists and researchers who uncover well-kept secrets with Listener's lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the Listener app and search Uncover.
Listener.
Shut up! The board is on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton, nothing can frighten a Triton.
And welcome back to Shark Park in the Shire, where Cronulla are really doing a job on South today. They lead 20 points to nil at half-time. Over 60% of possession and 65% of the ball in the last 10 minutes. And they've only completed at 18 of 25, so given the fact that they've missed a couple of goals and they're not completing that highly, 20-0 probably flatters South a little bit, Grubby.
Yeah, you're right, Maroon. South, look, when you play away from home, especially at a place like Shark Park, you need more than 36% of the ball. You also need to be really disciplined and have good field position, and South have had absolutely none of that. But the biggest thing that's letting them down for me today is their kick chase. Probably 2 or 3 times the halves have put nice kicks into the in goal. 1 led to a try, and actually that's a lie. 2 led to a try from deep in their own half, and that's just, you can't do that. They're letting the Sharkies off the hook, and the Sharkies are making them pay. But it's an absolute powerful, dominant masterclass from the Sharkies. Tights and Trindle and Hines are pulling the bits on the edges, Millie.
Yeah, they are. They're, like you said, Nico Hines and Trindle there, they look like they're on the same page, and everyone's having a go at both ends of the field. It just doesn't look like that with Rabbits. It looks a little bit unorganised. Don't know if both halves are, on the same page at all times, and then they're pushing things when they're down their own end.
Okay, 20 points to nil at half time. I don't know what Wayne says to them, but
What would you say if you were Wayne? What would you say to the Rabbits?
I'll tell you what, I don't know what I mean, you two have been there and done that, so I should be asking
Yeah, but you talk the talk.
Yeah.
You're the talker. So what would you say?
I would say go out there and start again and go up by 6s. If they get 3 quick tries and convert, they'll only be 2 points behind, but
You need the plan to get there. It's easier said than done, isn't it?
Good math, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
3, 6, 18.
you both pressured me to answer the question. You know what I mean? So I just did my best. What would you say if you were Wayne Bennett, Grubby?
Exactly what Millie just said. You just got to start again. It's not just going to happen. Unfortunately, it's just ill discipline. That's what it is for the South. In the first, if you're going to win away from home, you got to start fast. You got to start big, and they've done the total opposite. They have looked okay when they've had some good ball, but it's been very, very rare. But I think the Sharks are flexing their muscles today. Their back five has been absolutely exceptional. Mulatalo is on fire.
Yep.
Iro's on fire, and I just think it's going to be a big, big half for the Sharkies again.
All righty, we're going to take a break and come back and see if the Bunnies can come back and make a game of it. Cronulla 20, Souths 0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Well, new working year, new working gear. Step up on the new Bailey aluminium step extension ladder using unique rear slides. It's the quickest, most convenient and most compact conversion style ladder available. Way more compact conversion than a traditional dual purpose. Bailey's step extension gives you step leaning and straight with a rear leg section narrow enough to work with studs and manholes. And studs too, like Grubby Reynolds. Treat yourself to the all-new Bailey aluminium step extension ladder. BaileyLadders.com.au.
Sport.
Uncover well-kept secrets with Listener's lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the free Listener app and search Uncover.
Hey there, it's Stephen Zoyce with you. Broncos assistant coach Ben Teo says the side is in a good spot following last night's win over the Cowboys. The 38-year-old telling Triple M the squad is just starting their journey though, despite a fairly positive opening few rounds.
We want to be a defensive-minded team, but I think we showed last week in Canberra that we were inconsistent and didn't turn up with the right attitude, and I think that was a real learning for everyone, and I really think this competition is going to be tight this year.
The side will face the Dolphins next Friday night. And former US boxing champion and businessman George Foreman has died aged 76. His family's posted a statement on social media saying he passed away peacefully surrounded by family, but didn't reveal the cause of death.
Watch the Subway Socceroos beat China in a must-win World Cup qualifier live March 25, 9:15 p.m. on Paramount Plus. The only place to see every Subway Socceroos match.
22 degrees at Sharks Stadium at halftime between Cronulla and the Bunnies as Triple M rocks footy.
Free tolls for a year.
G'day, Brian.
Brian, want to let you know I've got some good news for you, mate. You've won M's Pay Your M's. The M's are paying your M's. Got tolls for a whole year, big man.
That's good, Jack. Thank you very much. That's great.
Triple M's Pay Your M's. Free tolls for an entire year.
Roll it all out again starting Monday.
The Triple M toll booth opens with Triple M breakfast and right across the day.
Let's do it. Come on.
The M's are paying your M's.
On 104.9 Triple M.
With NRMA Insurance, you could enjoy our multi-policy discount when you take out 2 or more eligible policies. NRMA Insurance, a help company. Discount applies in tiers based on the number of eligible policies. Maximum tier reached at 9 eligible policies. Visit nrma.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
Back your business with Energy Australia's dedicated team of energy experts and get a great deal on your business electricity. Find out how at energyaustralia.com.au.
Mailboxes, where tradies try and grow their business, posting their magnets and pamphlets.
Start with high pages, you get more jobs.
The mailbox shouts through a mouthful of junk mail.
Start with Hard Pages.
Go Harvey Norman. Samsung 2024 TV run out on now. Race in for clearance prices across the range. Big screens, king screens, all screens on sale. Save over $800 on Samsung 75-inch smart TV and over $1,300 on Samsung 65-inch AI OLED TV. If it's a Samsung 2024 model, it's got to go. Shop in store, shop online. But hurry, limited time while stocks last. Samsung 2024 TV run out on now. Harvey Norman. Best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful. Mitre 10.
Taking business payments with Westpac EFTPOS Air is as easy as, well, doing anything on your phone. As easy as checking your emails, or messaging your nan, or watching your favourite cat video. Ah, classic. There's no extra hardware needed. The app turns your phone into an EFTPOS terminal and your funds are settled the same day. Take payments easily. Search Westpac EFTPOS Air to learn more. Eligibility criteria, T's and C's, fees and charges apply. Westpac business transaction account required. Available on compatible mobile devices and tablets only.
Triple M rocks footy. Halftime highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Holds it up and strolls in for a very simple try. Finger absolutely charged onto it and goes over right under the post. He steps inside with Haley Ravalawa. He's got support. He won't need the support. Oh, what a try! Hero, one end to the other. It's given to Nico Hines. Hines gets it back to Mulatalo. Then he goes back across and Kennedy scores in the corner. It is all one-way traffic for the home side in the Shire. Cronulla 20 points to 0. And welcome back to Shark Park, and lots of people listening while they work away. My old mate, he's just tweeted in at @M_NRL, Troy Bovell. Looks like he's doing a little bit of concreting in the backyard there at Cronulla. He's probably, knowing him, got a body under there. Just kidding, Troy. Down there at Cronulla with M absolutely cranked. And also Shifty Shifano and the boys doing a bit of gardening today, and they have got M absolutely blasting. And they say they love Grubby, but they especially love you, Millie.
I'll tell you who loves me.
Yeah.
Nana Bet. Nana Bet's listening on. Gave her a call on
Is
my
that
way
your
here.
nan?
Nana Betty. Yeah.
She's in Crookwell.
She's in Crookwell.
Yes. Yes.
So shout out to Nana Bet. She does not miss a game of rugby league. However it's watched or listened, she is up to date. She's like NRL 360 when I give her a call.
Fair income.
I'll tell you what, she's got an opinion on everything too.
The old Crookwell Green Devils.
That's it.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. Okay, Nana Betts. Great part of the world, Crookwell, because you're too young to know this, but 200 years ago I did the breakfast show in Goulburn.
There you go.
Me and the great Tim Gilbert.
Goulburn.
Yeah, and we rode our push bikes to Crookwell.
That is like 45
I know. I made it. Tim didn't. I made it, but I was a lot younger and a lot thinner then. Anyway, Cronulla, I think when we got to the other end, we might have had a beer with Nana Betts.
You would have.
She was considerably
younger. She worked at every pub
then.
there.
Did she?
Bottom pub, middle pub, top pub.
Okay. Oh, this was Georgie Grant's pub. I don't know which one, but Georgie Grant's an old Dragons player, and he owned the pub there back then. This is like 1990 or something.
Yeah, she's been there since day dot.
If anyone could tell me what pub Georgie Grant had, just get through to us.
I'll give Nana Bet a text.
Yeah, text Nana Bet and see what she says. Cronulla 20, Souths 0. And ask her if she say hello from me.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I'm sure. Well, she, you just said it then. She's listening.
Okay, we'll go down to David Riccio very shortly and get his halftime report. What about you, Grubby? Have you got anything to say about Crookwell, or you don't want to jump in?
Never been to Crookwell, no, but I've been to a few bottom, top, and middle pubs.
I have, sure you have.
To pick up your downs.
And there's the kick-off by Souths, taken in the in-goal area by Kennedy. And then it's given, then they'll take the tackle just in the field of play. This player is Howard Tapua. He's just got out there for the second half. And then the ball comes back inside to Stone Street. 5 tries in 10 games, that's an actual stat. Then played to Brayley, given to Sifatalakai, brought down by Havili. and so to Jai Arrow. Let's go down to you, David Riccio, for Bob Jane.
Yeah, just as far as South Sydney are concerned, and Wayne Bennett, good news firstly, Jai Gray, he's back out there, guys. He's cleared that HIA. He's back on the field, Jai Gray. Wayne Bennett, well, it's typical Wayne. He just kept it simple, actually challenged his own players on what they wanted to do with this second half. He pointed out the kick chase and that staggered defensive line that's just causing them all sorts of problems. He said, just if you want to fix one area, it's our line organisation in defence for Wayne Bennett. That's pretty simple, Wayne. As it gets, Craig Fitzgibbon clearly happy, 20 points nil at half time. Just spoke about intensity and really coming out hard in his first 15 minutes and putting South Sydney back into the trenches early in this second half.
And the penalty goes to the Rabbitohs. 1 minute gone at @NRL. Julian Finch says, I took your advice, Maroon. Took the Silverado into Bob Jane and they sorted it right out. Good on you, Julian Finch. Thank you very much for listening. I wish I could do something about the score for you, old mate. Seems like you're a South man. And this is Graham now, just over the halfway line. Played to Sullivan, and then it goes to Crazy Joe Totola, who is brought down by Tahapu, 35 metres out. And then it goes to Humphreys, Walker, Keon Kaloa-Matangi. Cronulla 20, Souths nil on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Mamazoulis and Havili goes inside the Westpac red zone once again. Left to Walker, left again, Gray, quick hands, but he's passed it straight over the sideline. He tried to do the quick tap on, but Isaiah Tass wasn't in the same postcode. Grubby, were you just watching the Golden Slipper or something then?
No, Golden Slipper's on in about 30 minutes. Right, well, not that I'm watching, because I'm watching here. I'm at work.
Well, it seems to me like you're watching a horse race.
Throw an absolute terrible pass, but not the play they needed. Come out in the second half and they build a nice set. Cody Walker goes to the line, throws that ball out the back like he usually does, but Jai Gray could have held that and they could have built some pressure.
Yeah, there's no one in front of that winger on that left edge, and just a bombed try there, isn't it?
Gone begging.
That's all you need to get back into the game. The momentum can change after that.
And Sifa Talakai taken by Havili, just his own side of the halfway line. Triple M NRL thanks to Ream and Maccas. As always, Nico Hines got the pass on. And Tapua just inside South's end. On the last play, Trindle kicks it from 42 metres out. Up it goes. Jai Gray gets under it and bravely takes it before he's brought down by Teague Wilton 15 metres out. Then Sullivan. Then it goes to Campbell Graham. And I'm also reminded here, Millie, on the tweets that Crookwell had the pool with the great diving board. Has it still got the diving board?
You know what? I haven't been to the pool in a little while, but it did have a great diving board and it was good fun.
Mamazoulis.
Lachlan Croker, he's my cousin. He's from Crookwell.
Yep.
So not many from.
Good man. A lot of good footy players and hockey players too, I think.
Hockey, yes.
Hockey goes on there.
Smith, yep.
Kaloa-Matangi over the halfway line.
Didn't know you were into your hockey.
Didn't know I was so into Crookwell. There's Humphreys from the halfway line.
You pretty much summed it up.
And it comes down now, and Kennedy takes it. And you're listening to the Crookwell Hour on Triple M. As Kennedy's brought down by Arrow, 18 his own side of the halfway line. This time it's Eero. And that's tackle 2. Ronnie Mulatalo. Humphreys brings him down with the help of Totola. We see it come across now to Hamlin Uele up toward the halfway line. Sharks Doggies next week. That'll be a good game in the Shire.
Yes.
Here's Hines. He finds a little gap, gets a little pass away to Ronnie Mulatalo. He's away. He's in the Westpac red zone. He can't get support. And he's brought down by Jai Gray. Tackle 5. Quick play the ball. Left side it goes. Ends up with Trindle. Numbers. He won't need them. He slides over Trindle and scores a very simple try. Cronulla 24, Souths nil.
Oh, how good is that? The break from Mulatalo through the middle and the quick play the ball, and Trindle just had options on that left side. He had 2 people outside of him, but he didn't need them. He went through, slid the whole way. I think it was 5 metres he started diving from and got there in the end. But great to see the Sharks turning points tries into points.
We speak about knocking the front door down, and Ronaldo Mulitalo, take a bow. You've been absolutely everywhere today, straight through the middle. He's a winger, and he's sniffing around the middle, looking for opportunities, and pretty poor defence here from South. Beats Campbell Graham, and then I'm not sure what Ravalawa was doing. The try line is there, mate.
He's behind the try line.
Go forward, so he'd want that moment back again, but yeah, the South Sydney middle are going to be a little bit embarrassed when you've got a half running through the middle like that, and Nico Hines, he keeps doing that. Wayne Bennett will be hooking someone in a minute.
Cronulla 24, Souths 0 on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. The Triton is the one with the 10-year warranty and the 10-year cap price. Servicing, if you're in a Triton and you're anywhere near Cronulla, jump into a paddock and do a couple of doughies right now. Cronulla 24-0. Pertek kick predictor from the sideline, 55%. And great to have Pertek on deck in 2025 for reliable performance. Turner Pertek drama resistant since 1980. Now Trindle. 24-0, 7 gone. And of course, Millie's fearless prediction is that Sifitalakai will score at least one try.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. It's crazy how quickly it can change. It looked like Souths are going to score up the other end and in the next set.
There's a kick from Nico. That one looks better. And she goes right over the black dot. So Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Cronulla 26-0 as Triple M rocks the footy. And we come back to the halfway line. David Riccio on the sideline.
Well, it's the tale of the two halves combinations, isn't it, really? Nico Hines and Braden Trindle absolutely running amok for the Cronulla Sharks. Craig Fitzgibbon always said that this combination, it's still in its infancy, would take time to come together. Today we're seeing, well, glimpses of what it could be because they've absolutely dominated. A couple of tries each. Line breaks, try assist, the Worksburger. Compared to Cody Walker, Jamie Humphries just can't steer their side out of trouble today.
There you go, David Riccio, and he recommends if you go to Vegas, go and see T-Pain. And Tapua plays it back, comes across now for Stone Street. Cronulla 26, Souths 0. Then we'll see it come across to Hamlin Ueli. Benny Dobbin will call that Dolphins game for you. He's just doing his voice exercises in the car now. Little knock on a dummy half, is it? Oh, no, we've got an injured player. Braden Hamlin Ueli is back on his feet. And we'll have a look at that on the Harvey Norman replay. But he's okay, Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, he looks a bit ginger. He actually pulled up ginger from his last carry. But he's been great. The whole Sharks middle have been absolutely outstanding. Just running right through the middle of South. And this is the thing with the Sharkies this year. They're big, they're mobile. You know, they've got Hazelton who's not even playing today, and he's another one to add to their ranks. They're huge, but they're not. You know, some teams are so big they can't go, sideways. But the Sharks are big and mobile.
They're mobile.
Them through.
Yeah, it's a combination that's hard to stop, and it almost looks a little bit like boys against men out there in the middle. But, I love seeing a forwards dominate a game, so it's good to see.
Now, Trindle will find touch as the Sharks get another penalty. Penalty count 4-3 Cronulla on the Triple M Choice Hotel stats. Let's go down to you, David Riccio.
Yeah, guys, this is really disappointing news for Braden Hamlin Ueli. He's coming from the field. Now, Braden has had a tough 18 months with knee problems. He missed a chunk of footy last year. He's now succumbed to this knee injury. He was actually appealing for a South Sydney hip drop on this tackle that has forced him from the field. It's Daniel Atkinson that's coming onto the park. But spare a thought for Braden Hamlin Ueli. This could be really disappointing news because he has had a tough road back to find his way into this Sharks pack.
Now, Sifitalakai has it with 8.5 gone in the second half. And to the left, Trindle, and then Teague Wilton straightens up, brought down on the Westpac red zone, bringing the footy. Westpac gets up and plays it. Atkinson now is brought down by Humphries, 15 metres out. Don't tell me they're going to score again here, Cronulla. It's played to Brayley. It's Nico Hines, and then it's back away to Tapua. 5 metres out. Last play says referee Sutton. And a little kick. Brayley taken by Jai Gray. Gets away from one. And he's going to be brought down by Ramey. And no change. 5 metres out still. Cronulla lead the game 26 points to 0. and then played to Whiten, and then Isaiah Tass, who will get up and play it back tomorrow. Now, a lot of people asking, of course, Grubby, about the Doggies minus Kickow and minus Matty Burton.
Yeah, look, two of the big guns, two of the players that are leaders in that team. So it's a really good opportunity for a few of the younger boys to stand up. Bailey Haywood gets a start at 5'8". He's been exceptional, talking about 14s. But it's a big game. Doggies versus Para is always a huge game. Para have started pretty poorly, but I'm sure they'll stand up at home against a Doggies team who have started off really well.
So 10 minutes gone in the second half. Cronulla 26-0. Nico Hines gets it away to Stone Street. He comes toward the halfway line.
Tell you what, Samuel Stone Street, you wouldn't want to have a lisp.
No.
With that one.
And see, before we tried to work in stats with Samuel Stone Street.
There you go. You can't even say it, and you knew what you were going to say.
Yeah. And Atkinson knocks it on in dummy half.
Everybody up.
With a simple error from Daniel Atkinson.
When does the cheese come, Maroon? Next week?
Next year. No, isn't
next
it?
year.
Next year.
26.
Okay.
And he's coming back from that ACL as well.
Yeah.
He got in the semi last year. So.
Yeah, because I like Mamasaurus.
Yeah.
I like what he's done for the first few games, and I think Cheese's best position him. If he's going to come, he's coming either way. He's 14 anyway. He can play a little bit through the middle, play a little bit out of hooker if Mamasaurus gets a little bit tired.
Now down to the sideline, David Riccio has an update.
Yeah, Maroon, just as far as that error is concerned, coming out of their own end of the Sharks, Daniel Atkinson went to dummy half, and that's because Blake Brayley, Mr. Durable, he hardly misses a match, he picked up the club's Ironman award for the last 3 seasons. As South Sydney go on the attack, Maroon.
Cody Walker inside the 30, he got the pass away to White, and the pass wasn't a great pass. It went to Whiten's head, and it's knocked on, and so South Sydney bomb an opportunity to at least score a try with 28 to go. Sorry, David, we'll go back to you, mate.
Yeah, I was just saying Blake Brayley, the Sharks Iron Man, has just been limping around with a leg injury and may just be a bad cork at this point in time. But Daniel Atkinson had deputised there at dummy half while Brayley was in back play getting some attention. He remains on the field at this point in time, Blake Brayley.
Okay, and Bob Jane T-Mart to bring us David Riccio on the sideline. Remember, they're doing a great deal right now. Bob Jane T-Marts, buy 3, get 1 free. Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo, Pirelli, bobjane.com.au. T's and C's do apply. Oh, dear, oh, dear. It's played back to Brayley and then given to Ramey. And we get a _NRL. At this time of year, every year, we get a tweet from this lunatic Steve Sarkis looking for free Easter show tickets.
Oh, not again.
Do you remember this clown?
Yeah, I do, last year.
I told you, mate, go and listen to the other mob. We are not giving you... Steve Sarkis will never give you tickets to the Easter show. We'll rip them up and throw them in the bin before we give them to you. Played back now to Brayley, and then it goes to Trindle. 40 metres out, up it goes. A very high kick, it comes down. Oh, Michaeli Ravalawa takes it beautifully and will play it 22 metres out. Then Sullivan gets into dummy half, gets it away to Graham. Graham's chopped down. We haven't seen a lot of Campbell Graham today. Josh, I suppose he hasn't had a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, the whole Sharks attack has been pretty poor, but it's just field position, Maroon. It's hard to attack out of your end sometimes, and I think we said it before, that the halves are doing their best, but the forwards just aren't rolling their sleeves up and getting them in good field position at all.
So here is Walker, and then to Humphreys, the old Malachi crunch. Sifatalakai brings him down.
First one of the day, was it?
Yeah, first Malachi. And then that kick is from outside the 40, and it's gone out on the full. At Fairtingham nearly landed in the car park.
It was 15 metres out on the full. God, there must be that wind. That must be that wind from that southerly.
Is it a southerly?
Well, I'm just trying to think of where the field is.
Is that an
and
actual
where,
stat?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm doing the maths in my head. I don't know if it was an actual stat, but let's go with it.
Yeah, I think
people are listening, not watching, bro.
What a great point. That's a great point. You know, that's what I mean. That's what I say to you. On the radio, you can get away with anything. Here's Hatapua getting up to play it to Brayley, and it ends up with Sifatalakai. taken by Mamazoulis and chopped down 29 metres out.
Apart from those people that put the footy ears in at the footy.
Yeah, or they sync it up with the Fox coverage.
Yeah.
There's Ramian inside the Westpac red zone. Ping-pongs out of one, ricochets out of another, moonwalks out of one, and he's brought down 18 metres out just to the right-hand side of the upright on tackle 3. Then it goes across to Trindle, and Trindle will put a little kick in. Oh, Michaeli Ravalawa, the new recruit, will play it 5 metres out. So 26-0, Cronulla only that one try in the second half. And Campbell Graham played to Sullivan. I'm sorry about that rant about this Sarkis bloke, but every year he wants Easter show tickets. Mate, I don't have them. Here's Sullivan.
I've never been to the Easter show.
You've never been to the Easter show?
Wow.
No, only the Cabargo show.
Oh, it's not as good as the Cabargo show. Here's Jai Gray White. The pass has gone forward to Tass, and so they make a mess of it again. No, it's not in the same league as the Cabargo show.
You know what's been probably a little bit frustrating for Wayne Bennett today. A few of his leaders have really come up with some poor plays. You know, you've got Jackie White in there. Look, I know they're trying to score points, but it just isn't the play. He's doing a pirouette and it's not happening. Cody Walker's kick one out in the full, and these are the guys that you need to step up when you haven't got the likes of Latrell and Cam Murray in your team. You need guys, your leaders to step up and probably not put the team under more pressure.
So I was just going to say, last week Cody Walker, he didn't kick at all. I don't think it was Humphrey doing all of the kicking, and even the week before he only had a couple. Why do you think that is?
He's probably, the thing is, Humphries has had a really good kicking game, so I'm not too sure. Maybe it is the win, like you said. He's just got a little bit of confidence, but Humphries has had a really good kicking game last couple of weeks, so maybe he'll step back next week and let him control the game a little bit more.
5 metres out, we've got Sifatalakai injured, and he's favouring the ankle, I think, there, guys. Triple M NRL, thanks to Ream Hot Water, 80 years strong and used in all of Grubby Reynolds duplex. You'll always find a Ream Hot Water. And of course, surprise fries are back at Macca's.
You know, I used to install reams.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you were
a plumber back in the day.
When were you a plumber?
Before I played footy.
Well, okay.
I would have been, so I left school year 11, so I would have been about 16.
Right.
I'm a plumber by trade. You don't know this.
No, I did not know that.
What made you want to become a plumber? Was it because they're the highest paying trade?
It's just I just wanted a trade. Yeah. Any trade. My uncle was a plumber.
Yeah, okay.
He took me on board. Probably the worst plumber in the world.
Yeah.
But I did install the ream.
Install the ream.
So now we've got the lifetime hookup.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Do you know Triple M's favourite cousin, Brian Fletcher, before he was a big TV star, was an electrician until he electrocuted the other apprentice. And the other bloke...
Is he alright?
He's lucky to be alive. He's okay now.
It was a Hindy.
No, it wasn't Hindy. It wasn't Hindy, no. Hindy, you couldn't electrocute Hindy. He's got no feelings. Cronulla 26-0 and they get a tap 10 metres out. The ball goes across to Aden Fanua-Blake 3 metres out from the Rabbitohs line. Then played back to Brayley and given to Trindle, and Cam McInnes is chopped down by Kepi 5 metres out and right in front of the post. The dummy half Brayley, Sifatalakai. Now remember Millie's fearless prediction. Oh, it's Aden Fanua-Blake, in fact, 3 metres out. They look that Talakai's gone off injured. The ball comes across now. A Trindle, he gets it out to Ronnie Mulatalo, who can't get around Ravalawa, who stops him 11 metres out from the south line on tackle 4. Back in field it comes now, Trindle and Atkinson, and then Fanua-Blake. This is tackle 5. 11 metres out. Cronulla lead the game by 26 points to 0. It will go across to Trindle. Trindle gets a pass. This will be 6 again. This will be 6 again if the Sharkies get it. And eventually I think it's knocked on by Cam McInnes.
Come on.
So who is knock on here? Knock on South.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sharks scrum.
Play that first knock on. Down to you on the sideline for Bob Jane T-Mart's David Riccio.
Yeah, Maroon, this will disappoint Sharks coach Craig Fitzgibbon. He's now lost Braden Hamley-Ueli for the game, and now Sifatalakai has gone straight up the tunnel with what looks to be that ankle injury in a hip drop that was penalised against South Sydney. Guys, there's just a lot of fatigue that's dropped into this game. As far as the Sharks are concerned, their forwards are going down with hands on haunches.
Ramian.
As Jesse Ramian goes close. I just wonder whether the Las Vegas factor is starting to impact this Cronulla side. They're just not as fluent as what we saw in the first half.
Okay, Atkinson now is 9 metres out. Well, I haven't heard any stories, and I've heard all the Vegas stories. Don't worry about that. Brayley is there again, and Trindle, and then it goes back across now to Adden. Fanua Blake. Oh, Adden! He almost knocked down the front door. He's half a metre out right in front of the sticks. He'll get up and play it back to Brayley again. Left side Hines. Left side again. It went to Ero. And a brought down by Graham. 3 metres out and 3 metres in from touch on tackle 4. 19 gone second half. Nico Hines. Cam McInnes. Last play, Cronulla inside the Westpac red zone. Now, to the left, Hines, to the line, Kennedy, and then Ronnie Mulatalo, Ravalawa again. Cronulla 26, South nil.
Look, just going back to what David was saying, that when you put 20 points on in the first half, we do see that momentum stop, and we see that in the good teams as well. That it's hard to carry on in that second half, especially when it's almost like the work's done. I don't know. What do you reckon, Robbie? That momentum is just hard to keep going.
It is sometimes. You either go on with it or you know, you sort of just stay as what you are. But yeah, maybe there is a little bit of, you know, the Vegas. But the Sharks have been been good today. You know who's been good for South? Ravalawa. Yeah. He's done a good job on Mulatalo on the wing. When Mulatalo's come through the middle, he's been a handful. But I think he's had a solid South debut, Maroon. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Spino earlier on he made a few boo-boos, didn't he?
Well, no.
Well, when they ran the length of the field and scored.
I don't know if that's his fault.
Well, didn't he miss the tackle? You don't have to ask me. You're the expert.
I like asking you.
Here's Grubby, and he'll play it just inside Cronulla's end to Sullivan. We're getting lots and lots of tweets about you being a plumber. There's Humphrey's kick coming down and taken on the full by Stone Street, and he'll play it 10 metres out.
You still do any cashies on the side? Any plumbing?
No, I would not be calling me at the moment. I wouldn't have picked up a tool in about.
Grubby, what happens when you flush the toilet and all the water comes up? Why does that happen?
Too many cutters.
You don't need to ask a plumber that, do you?
Well,
does that happen to you, Maroon?
Yeah, like you push, and then all of the. I'm thinking, is this water going to come out of the toilet? You ever had that happen?
Never.
You know, like you've got to pray that it'll just go down. What is it? Is it too much toilet paper, or what's the story? Here's Hines. Hines right side. Stone Street chip over the top, Phil Blake style. Stopped by Jai Gray. He gets away from Stone Street and then brought down. And then played to Tass. And given then across to Sullivan. Now, Triple M _ NRL. Glenn Leal says, Millie, what are the highlights of the Cabargo show?
There's plenty.
Dodgem cars?
No, it's not that type of show.
Oh.
We have a rodeo.
Right.
You have hay baling.
Right.
You have you just have all that fun country town stuff.
The roundup, the sheep roundup.
Yep. Tail tagging. Yep. Tail tagging. You ever done any tail tagging?
I haven't done any. I was going to do some in Goulburn one day, but I think I was going to have a crack at it, but because there's a lot of sheep down around Goulburn.
There's a lot of sheep. Well, there's the big ram.
Yeah, of course, there is. Is there a tug of war, a spear of spud, anything like that?
All of that. Yeah. Sorry, it's hard to. You put me on the spot.
Yes. Yeah.
What's a spear of spud?
A spear of spud is when you get in your car and you got to get someone to hang out the window and you're driving around this mud pack and you try.
Okay, we've got different.
That's spear of spud.
Right.
You got a different idea of what it is.
Yeah, but let's just go with that. That sounds better.
That's not there. That's in Belmore, me.
Here's Zero. And how much is it to get into the Cabargo show? Says Glenn Leal.
Look, back in the day, it was a few dollars. I'm sure it's well over $10 these days.
That's not bad value. Here's Brayley and McInnes.
Sure, it's not like you used to show.
And Fanua Blake. I know it's a little bit more expensive.
They rub the blind.
There's a lot more things. Tackle 4, Brayley, Hines, Nikora, and then it goes to Ramian. But they have at least slowed down the scoring, South. They trailed 26-0 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. 10-year warranty, 10 years cap price servicing. and bi-turbocharged power. And okay, now we've got a handover to the Rabbitohs. Apparently the mayor of Cobargo has been in touch, and we've got, that's lovely of you, thank you very much. Bev Noonan has been in touch, the mayor of Cobargo. The Cobargo show prices, could you read them out for us please, Millie?
Yes, I can. I can't believe these have come through so quickly. $5 on a Friday. Are you kidding me? Teens and children under 12 free. That's insane.
Yeah.
Good value.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday is going to be a little bit more expensive, just with the more activities.
Yeah,
$15 entry.
Yeah.
But you can get a weekend pass and enjoy all 3 days, Maroon, for just $25.
That's bloody terrific value. That's almost a drive to Cobargo.
You know what I love? The wood chopping. God, that's a good one.
Now this is Tass. Away from one is Tass. And brought down today's... look at this. Mayor Bev Noonan of Cobargo says today's man of the match can have a family pass to the Cobargo show. Thank you, Bev. As Kennedy picks it up in the in-goal area, gets back in the field to play, gets a pass to Ronnie Mulatalo. Ronnie gets away from one, sends a pass back in field now to Ero, and the Rabbitohs' defence in the second half has been better. But they still trail 26-0 on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Just to close off on the Cobargo show, though, Millie, if I got in my car at Little Bay, how long would it take me to get to the Cobargo show?
Look, no stops from Little Bay to Cobargo. I'm guessing 5 hours and 45 minutes.
That's a long way, but anyway, it'll be worth it.
Worth it.
As the ball comes out to Ero. Ero is taken by Sullivan. 10 metres inside South's end. On tackle 4. Brayley is there. Adam Fanua-Blake. Cam McInnes. Nico Hines floats one across to Stone Street for the corner. Steps inside one. Straightens up. Needs support. He'll be dragged over the sideline. No, he got the pass back in field. Well, he gets it. The penalty goes to Cronulla. He was already tackled, and then Cody Walker picked him up and disposed of him.
It's probably the only time it's worked today. They've gone over the top a few times with the South wingers jamming in, but Stone Street's done well. Cody Walker's just given him a little extra, what would you call it, a little extra pull over the sideline. And he's throwing the ball in. Smart work from the mullet.
Now we go back inside the Westpac red zone, and we've got Oregon Kafusi. He's 10 out. And he's right in the centre of the field. And left side from Brayley to Trindle. And then Ronnie Mulatalo. Really, this game, I mean, you can dress it up however you want. It's been all Cronulla. 66% of possession the last 10 minutes. 30 of 38 sets versus 17 of 25 on the Choice Hotel stats. And 6 penalties to 3. Right in front of the post. Oh, we got... Tallis Duncan and Adam Fanua-Blake having a little bit of push and shove, and they're talking trash. And they're...
Rat's tails flinging everywhere.
Yeah. And
Let's go, Adam.
anyway, you see, it's one of those situations where Tallis Duncan probably says, for God's sake, somebody get in the middle and stop this before it erupts.
That's what I used to do all the time.
Did you?
Yeah. If you're looking at Adam Fanua-Blake, surely you wait for someone to break that up.
Yeah, you're talking trash, but you know someone's going to stop it.
You would be that person, Maroon. If you were on the field, you'd be, like I said, all yap, chat.
But I didn't get on the field. I didn't get on the field much. I had to wait till they come off at half time.
That at Waterloo Waratahs?
The Waterloo Waratahs, yes.
Are they good? They struggle, don't they?
I don't know about them. I was thinking about backing them financially, but I've only got $1,800 in the bank. That might get them through one round. Here's Davey Mawali, 25 his own side of the halfway line. Then Mamazoulis and Cody Walker, and then Jai Gray. Isaiah Tass had to reach out for that, and we'll play it 11 his own side of the halfway line. But some great players came from the Waterloo Waratahs. Tugger Coleman and Darren McCarthy, a couple of old Waterloo players. Tugger, a great halfback for South. Darren McCarthy played in the centres. Tony Zalatel, a try-scoring machine. Sullivan now is tackle 5 his own side of the halfway line. And, of course, their centre of excellence, the George Hotel. Then it goes back for the kick on the last tackle. Straight up the middle and taken beautifully by Stone Street, who comes back to the 20. before being met by Keon Kalaumatangi. Then a dummy half is Nico Hines, and then Jesse Ramian. Brought back to Kennedy, went then on to Ronnie Mulatalo. He got away from one, did Ronnie, and he got it out to Ero, and Ero's going to get away from Ravalawa. No, he's not. McCauley picks him up again and then stopped by Sullivan. Sullivan has it, and then Kennedy is brought down.
Definitely come a peg down the second half, hasn't it?
Really has.
Sharkies are on fire. In the first half, everything was sticking. I think they're just still trying to do what they were doing the first half to go around it, but South's defence has got that little bit better, and South just can't find the answers in attack. But yeah, the first half was more energy in the game, wasn't there?
Okay, well, there might be opportunity to get some of these tweets at @MM_NRL. This is Jai Gray, taken by Hines and Ramey and @MM_NRL. Mary says, what are you guys having for dinner? She always asks. Well, Mary, we got the grandkids today, so we're going to have hot dogs. And that's tackle 5. Mamazoulis, Cody Walker steps around one, puts a kick in, chased through by Jackie Boy Whiten, and I think it's a try to South. Whiten gets there untouched, and the Rabbitohs score one.
A special kick from a very special player, Cody Walker. It's been a tough day for him. Hasn't been able to really come into the game at all because the forwards haven't laid the platform. But we see here on last tackle, a nice left foot step, and then a nice just kick straight, a nice grubber. If you could see this, it's a brilliant play because it's so hard to put this ball onto your foot and pull it up at the in goal. And Jackie White knew what was doing, and South are on the board, Millie.
Yeah, they are. It's a great try there by Jack White, and an even better kick from Walker. But Whiten was the only one chasing there. It almost looked like there was an error called, and no one from the Sharks was near or even chasing. So
yeah.
Look, I think it's too late, definitely too late for a comeback, but you don't want to see that kind of behaviour from a team that's up, just because they're up.
And you don't want you don't want any tries.
No.
You don't want you up 26-0, there's only 9 minutes to go.
In video it's still going to be pulled up.
Fuming.
26-4 and Pertek kick predictor from Jamie Humphreys. 60% Pertek kick predictor. Jamie moves in nice and straight and strong and right over the black dot. Well, we haven't heard from David Riccio down there on the sideline for Bob Jane Tim Arts. David, take it away, David.
Yeah, boys and girls, I mentioned it earlier, just as far as that fatigue factor, it's noticeable. It's glaring, to be honest, on how much the Sharks have just hit a wall, both in attack and defence. In each set, there's always at least 3 to 4 players down on their haunches or with hands on hips. And I've got no doubt that after that huge amount of travel from Vegas up to Townsville last week, which included COVID and influenza A for 11 of their players, I've got no doubt they're feeling the effects. These next 9 minutes, I get it, it's probably a bigger bridge to cross for South Sydney to get this victory, but it is a big 9 minutes for both sides. And just as far as that wind is concerned that Millie spoke about earlier, it's definitely blowing from, well, I'll call it the Northies end. Josh Reynolds' old haunt. Blowing hard towards the Clovelly Hotel.
Okay, I like what you've done there. And David, have you been to the Cabargo show?
No, but given those ticket prices, that's right up my alley. I want to get there.
Now Kalaumatangi will play it back to Whiten, and Whiten goes now to Mawali, and Mawali is going to stop. He stopped 20 metres his own side of the halfway. Back to Mary's question. Grubby, what are you having for dinner?
Well, whatever I say, you're always into me. Last week when I went out for dinner with my fiance, you were like, "Oh, you're going there."
Whiten, Ravalawa, hang on. Yes, go.
There's no occasion.
He's having hot dogs for dinner. You can't really.
I'm breaking the carbs rule, though.
Yeah.
What about you, Grubby?
I actually don't know. I haven't planned it.
There's a kick. It'll bounce up for Stone Street. He's dropped it. Oh, but then Jamie Humphreys. No, it's LeBlanc who knocks it on. The Rabbitohs were on the comeback, but it's a Sharkies ball. And 8 to go. Cronulla 26. South 6.
Now, did you say the Bulldogs play the Sharkies
next week at the Shire? Yes.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Yeah.
2 teams, 2 good teams going at it. Doggies play tomorrow.
On-field ruling.
How long do you think that?
Then knocked on South. Then knocked on
this game's Burko at the moment. How long do you think the Sharks will be without Billy Kickow and Matty Burton?
Well, if they ever went to the Sharks, I'm sure.
Doggies, I beg your pardon.
No, I think it's looking like, as we can see, Isaiah Tass
knocked
it on.
Yeah.
They're medials, I think, so it can be 2 to 4 weeks.
That's all.
It's not too bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're both.
An advanced rehab, very intense.
Just look at the left hand.
For you, Maroon, maybe you're looking at 12 to 16 weeks recovery.
I was going to say 4 years.
You're a very funny guy, aren't you, Grubby? Yeah, hairy little thing.
Actually, when's the you promised the cat shirt soon? When's it coming back?
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. I wore it yesterday. The smoking cat.
Are you on at the game tomorrow night?
No, Dobbo's doing tomorrow night. I'm going out for dinner with Miss Portugal tomorrow night. Ooh, Cronulla 26, South 6.
Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll go local. I might go to the Coast Golf Club, or I might go to the Yarra Bay Sailing Club. Played back to McInnes, Atkinson, and then it goes to Eero. Sideline for our mates at Bob Jane, David Riccio.
For the next 7 minutes, guys, we're about to see a world that the Sharks have rarely seen, and that's a life without Blake Brayley. He's come from the field. He's currently sitting on the bench. He limped off with that leg injury that I spoke of probably about 10 minutes ago. It's typical Brayley. He braved on with it, but he has finally succumbed to the injury. He's played around 140 first-grade games. I don't think there's too many breaks in between those. Brayley off the field and Daniel Atkinson into that dummy half role.
And now Michaeli Ravalawa. And no doubt that the Sharkies will win this. And so Whiten gets the ball to Graham, and this is LeBlanc now about to play it. It comes out to Ravalawa once again over the halfway line. We've got to do our triple MVP for CPAP Direct. Get expert advice and unbeatable price at CPAP Direct. Visit in-store cpap.com.au.
Just on CPAPs. It's a sleep apnea machine.
Oh,
yeah,
I know, yeah.
Nathan Hindmarsh has just been diagnosed and he needs a sleep apnea machine, so we need to hook him up.
We'll sort him out with a CPAP machine. I will get one second-hand off eBay and get it over to you, Hindy. Cronulla 26, South 6 minutes to go. So does he need a CPAP machine?
He does. He said he wakes up all through the night and gets terrible sleep. And he said he has to either give up the beers and start exercising and get healthier or get a CPAP machine, and he's chose a CPAP machine.
Now, his wife Bonnie's a terrible snorer as well, so we might be able to get them both one.
A 2-for-1, a bit like the hot water system.
Absolutely. The amount of problems we have solved today, while this game is absolutely, it's just gone pear-shaped.
Well, one try each, 5 minutes to go. And there's a few captain's challenges in there too. And I tell you what, you're definitely using them to try and catch your breath sometimes when you know it's not needed.
Yeah, but the Sharkies have won. Just get to Northie.
Yeah.
Enjoy the night.
Exactly.
Get it over with.
Big screens, king screens, all screens at Harvey Norman. Samsung 2024 TV run out. Best prices guaranteed.
As ruled by on field and puts the ball behind Peter's foot. And his challenge is unsuccessful.
Yeah, incorrect play the ball by Ronnie Mulatalo.
About the only thing he's done wrong today.
Yeah, he's had a good game today. Ronnie, how are the stats going? 162 run metres for Ronnie. Kale Eero, 236. And Kennedy 135 down the back. So, I mean, they set they did the groundwork early. They set the platforms early, you would say, Grubby.
Yeah, they definitely did. The Sharkies forwards dominated early in the game. South were very, very ill-disciplined, and the Sharkies were the better team. But they won't be happy with this second half.
Here's Humphreys, quick tap, and over he goes. South 26-10. And let's have a look at that on the Harvey Norman replay. They've just got the quick tap in, and now Cronulla have really put the cue in the rack, as the saying goes. The Rabbitohs have come out, and I hate this saying, but I'm going to say it, Millie. They've won the second half.
I knew you were going to say that.
Don't do it.
I don't like that term.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It's a game of two halves,
Yeah.
Ron, and whether you've won the second half, they haven't done enough in the first.
Yeah.
And it's a great...
Statistically.
It is, yeah.
You know.
If coaches do it for next week
Yeah,
and say, boys, we won the second
Keep
half.
their heads high.
Yeah, and a nice play from Jamie Humphries there. But can I just read out something that we've got from X?
Sorry.
That's called Twitter, but it's X. Given you're an ex-plumber, Grubby, can you sort out the amount of shite that Maroon dribbles weekly?
Thank you very much,
Todd G.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know how much of a plumber he was, Todd. Nice to hear from you, though. 26-12, the comeback's on. Down to the sideline, David Riccio.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Maroon, but certainly this is what I indicated earlier. Just down here on ground level, you can certainly see how much the Sharks have clocked off, and I firmly believe, as I said earlier, there's a lot of fatigue involved with their past 3 weeks of travel and sickness that's ripped through the camp. Don't know about South Sydney's performance today, guys. I've got to say there's a fair few questions. They definitely need some of their stars back, and that has been indicated by Coach Wayne Bennett. It's not too far away that they should start to see Latrell Mitchell and the rest of the Cavalry get back onto the field. Alex Johnson, a legitimate chance for next weekend, guys.
South Penrith at Accor. We have that game for you. I think that's Thursday night at Accor Stadium. I'm calling that one.
No Cleary? He'll miss it, won't he, with the HIA?
He'll be he's no Cleary, so that's a big out.
That looked terrible, didn't it?
It was an odd one, wasn't it? It's like he went up to do a funny...
and then shoulder touch.
Here's now Jai Gray, Campbell Graham. I wonder, guys, I mean, I know they say it every year and Penrith always prove them wrong, but now hang on a second, here goes Tallis Duncan right through. He's got support. He gets a pass away to Graham. Graham back inside Michaeli Ravalawa, but they wrap him up. I tell you what, it's 26-12. It's too late to win the game, but Fitzgibbon's not going to be happy with this finish. There's the pass from Duncan. Humphries puts a kick in. Chase through. It's still alive. But LeBlanc got there too late, and the ball has gone dead. And we've got to have a look at a Harvey Norman's captain's challenge, says little Jerry Sutton.
He knocks it on. Then if you get past
I'm going to ask you guys a Penrith question, but we'll just stay with this because this is important in the whole scheme of things.
Where's this energy been from South? They've got energy with 3 minutes to go.
Jamie Humphries kicks the ball. We're playing on at this point.
Yeah, it's a kick.
So
good at that point.
Harvey Norman replay. Humphries kicks it. Then it's chased through and kicked again by Sullivan.
I think it might be knocked on here by Shark player.
Oh, it's Teague Wilton.
Oh, knocked on by Sullivan, maybe.
I reckon Teague's hit that
Ball's
down.
knocked backwards by Teague Wilton and then kicked by Jaden Sullivan, playing on at that point.
Maybe it's just the way that he's falling. It looked like it's a knock-on motion, but the way it came out the back.
But LeBlanc gets there too late anyway, guys, and by the time he gets to it, it's planted.
The ball now hits the dead ball line, with the last touch being off South. We have a decision.
Good signs for South, and 26-12 looks like a much more respectable scoreline. So it's been very Cronulla dominated, but it doesn't look too bad on South End.
Now, what I was going to say, guys, about Cronulla, about Penrith, I beg your pardon. Well, I know we say it every year and they prove us wrong, but are we now seeing the true attrition of having to lose a star player or two every year?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
What they done on Thursday night against a Melbourne team without Nathan, with all the young players,
without Dylan Edwards,
with Jack Cole stepping up, there's no way I'm writing them off. Absolutely not. That is a tough. They didn't win, but it's tough to do what they've done down there in Melbourne.
Absolutely, and they lost by 4-6 points. It was such a close game, and Melbourne had a strong team. Everyone was playing, and they were dibbed to win. And they only did just.
Here's Atkinson. He's away for Cronulla. Pull down 10 metres out. 2 to go. Cronulla 26, South 12 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Short side. Kennedy throws a dummy. And good defence from Mamazoulis and Graham to stop him 1 metre out. But Atkinson gets into dummy half. Now the momentum is with the Sharks. in the final 2 minutes. He reaches out Atkinson, and he's claiming a try. We'll have a look at this on a Harvey Norman replay.
Coming to tackle 6.
And
no try.
we're going to have a look at the replay again.
Also look whether he balls
Looked like it was on the leg. Played it on the leg, but you got to sell those ones anyway, don't you? They're more inclined to go upstairs.
As he ran into his own player here, because you can't do that. Ooh, yeah, I'd say. Would you say he's running the back of Will Kennedy?
He's looking to see if Daniel Atkinson
I think he went left of Will
contact
Kennedy.
with Will Kennedy.
He does touch him though. Touches his bum.
Potentially, I didn't think he'd get it down anyway.
Oh,
Nah, you're right, Maroon. He's probably snuck around him.
just around.
Few South players under ball. Nice desperation.
Yeah.
Only 2 minutes to go here, Maroon. From the Bunnies.
It's really dragged out this last 5 minutes. It's like the Super Bowl, isn't it? You know, at the Super Bowl, how it drags out at the end.
Like after half time.
Yeah.
We're happy that he doesn't ball through the ruck. Just seeing
Grubby
he gets the
thinks
ball
he's a
down at any
big
point.
Super Bowl
Put it on
expert.
for Willing, held up.
Love it.
Grubby and
Have you been, Grub?
I haven't. It's a bucket list.
Bucket list.
Yeah, I've been to games, not the Super Bowl. It'd be awesome.
I just want to go for the halftime show. Always looks good.
Was it this year?
Kendrick.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
hang on,
Based
was
on the on-field ruling and the available camera angles, we'll be supporting the on-field decision held up. We have a
okay,
decision.
he's held up. No try, Cronulla 26-12, 1 minute 44 to go on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Who was at the halftime at the Super Bowl?
Kendrick.
Can we get him at the Can we get him at the Cobar? What's that place called?
Cabargo.
The Cabargo show.
Look,
Can we get Kendrick?
We would, but I think we're booked out.
Right.
We've already got someone, local talent.
No, we're going to get Pajama Party or Jelly Bean Jam or someone good.
Pajama Party.
Yeah. Here's
T-Pain.
Phil Dallas Duncan. Gets up and plays it back for the ball to be taken by Hero. This is fair dinkum like watching the under sevens, and then Kale Hero throws it backwards, and it's picked up by Kennedy. And I'll storm out of this joint in a minute. I'm not joking. I've done it before. 70 seconds to go. It's an absolute comedy of errors. Anyway, Triple M underscore NRL. Irina says, any updates on the babies' names, Millie?
Look, no updates just yet. But like I said, I think we mentioned this last time, I'm not finding out the sex of the baby.
Right.
So it keeps it open. And Maroon is yet to make the top 20.
Right, okay. Well, you know, my first name is Anthony. You could go Anthony. Right side now, Nico Hines inside the Westpac red zone. Back it goes now to Kennedy. The Kennedy's a good name. I've got a granddaughter named Kennedy. That could be a first name or a last name.
Those kind of scare me, the first and last names.
Atkins, yeah, you know those first, last.
Yeah, odd people.
Well, you could just go with one name like Madonna.
Yeah, Beyonce.
Yeah. Played that in left side it goes. It ends up with Oregon Kafusi, and Oregon's going to play it. 5 seconds to go, and I mean this with the most respect. Thank God it's over. Atkinson back inside. We've got time for one more knock on. Field goal from Trindle, and Trindle puts over a field goal. It's only a one-pointer, but it's a little bit of field goal practice from Trindle. And there you go. Cronulla 27 have defeated South Sydney 12. Triple M NRL for Ream Hot Water. Over 80 years, when it comes to hot water, ask your plumber to install a Ream. And Super Prize, Surprise Fries is back at Macca's with a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes. Well, the first half was great. The second half took longer than the Bathurst 1000. And Cronulla have beaten Souths 27 points to 12. So both of these sides are now 2 of 3 after 3 rounds of the NRL. A game, I think, Millie, that most people thought Cronulla would win, and they were never really in any doubt.
Never in doubt. Like I said, the scoreline doesn't actually reflect the game, but the Souths did well to fight back in the back end of that second half, but it took a very long time. Like you said, plenty of errors, pushing passes, not great completion, and both teams just getting a little bit too excited or trying to do too much. I don't know, Grub.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it either, but we can say one thing. The Sharkies started well, and that's all they needed to do. Yeah. They put on 20 points in the first half, and South just couldn't match their energy at the start. There was plenty of errors and plenty of ill discipline, and it led to the Sharks, blowing them off the park early.
Cronulla 27, South 12 on the sideline for Bob Jane, David Riccio.
Yeah, look, I'm here with Sharks hooker Blake Brayley. Firstly, Blake, you've got basically an esky of ice strapped to that right quad. How is it and what is it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a bit sore there. I thought I could go in there and put a shot on Jack White, but it came off second best and he just kneed me straight in the leg. So just a cork, so I managed that during the week and I should be sweet.
Blake, certainly an impressive first half, but no doubt in the world the match died off in the second half. How'd you see it?
Yeah, first half we started great, came out of the blocks, we used that wind really well, you know, Tricky there, kicked 2 40-20s, but I know Fitz is a defensive coach and even though that 27 points is nice, to be most disappointed with that 12 points there, so still a lot to improve of, so hoping to do that for next week. Up
to you guys.
Blake, mate, you've had an exceptional game. The Kui, the Ironman, unfortunately had to come off at the end of the game, but you know, you guys as a spine, you've been together for a long time now. Tricky's, you know, probably taken over more as the halfback this year. How is it to play with Nico and Tricky? And mate, who do you give the ball to when they want it?
Yeah, it's tough. They're both competitors there, so they're always calling for the ball. And you know, Will came at the back there. I thought the first 3 games he's been outstanding for us as well. So our spine's really clicking well. You know, during the week we come up with a game plan, and normally that game plan I give the ball there whoever's part of that. But yeah, it's hard sometimes when they're both seeing some opportunities and they can do some great things on the field. So yeah, sometimes it's a bit of a guessing game there.
Yeah, Blake, it's Millie Elliott here. Great game today, and hope the injury pulls up all right. Must be good to be back at Shark Park, sold out, Saturday Arvo footy. Doesn't get much better than that.
No, it doesn't. It's a great place here. I know other teams don't like playing here, but we love it here. You know, that Fairmont Hill is always pumping. The Sharks fans are always hostile here, and to hear that up Cronulla here for the first time at Sharks, it's great. We've really missed it, and we've spoken about coming back home and put on a good performance, and hopefully the fans are happy with us tonight.
Good on you, Blake. Go and enjoy it, mate. Cronulla 27 have defeated South Sydney 12. We'll get another interview. Just a reminder, Dobbo is about to call Dolphins and Tigers, so if it's not on the Triple M you're listening to, you just have to go over to the Listener app and you can listen to the Dolphins take on the West Tigers with one of the best in the business, Triple M's very own Ben Dobbin. I don't know who's with Dobbo today. I'll find out as we get David Riccio in position. Bob Jane T-Marts for another interview, but they love to celebrate with a bit of up Cronulla down there in the Shire when they have a win. It really is a great suburban ground to watch the game. It's probably got the worst media facilities in world sport.
And change rooms.
Yeah, it's just, but for the fans, it's great. Let's go down to the sideline because David Riccio is with Nico.
Yeah, look, no doubt you'd be pleased, Nico. Really impressive first half. Your combination with Braden was fantastic. That set the scoreboard up, and basically I was wondering if the Las Vegas legs started to kick in that second half. A bit of fatigue from the Sharks.
I don't know. Like, it's hard because we did exactly what we wanted to do in that first half, and we knew they would have gone into the sheds and got a rev up off Wayne, and they come out pretty well. We started pretty well, and then I just feel like maybe a bit of complacency came in, and you never know. You know, we had to go up to Townsville as well, so we've had a couple of big trips, and maybe it is a bit of fatigue, but you can't use that as an excuse.
Otherwise impressed with the performance. Certainly your combination is improving with Braden, Nico.
Yeah, for sure. It's a process that we have to keep sticking to and working hard, and the more you play together, the better it's going to be. And yeah, really happy with that first half. And you know what, we come back to home and we win our first game here at home, and listen to that crowd over there. So yeah, it's pleasing.
Up to you guys.
Nico, Joshy Reynolds here, mate. Exceptional game. I thought you and Tricky really took control. It must be nice having Adden and Oregon just laying the platform for you week in, week out, playing off quick play the balls and always playing on the front foot, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly helps having big Ads come to the club, and he's just bringing the rest of the crew along with him. And Oregon's playing great footy. He's just been so consistent over the last few years, and he's only getting better with age. And then you got Camo running off the back of them too, and yeah, it does help, and looking forward to playing with them throughout the year.
Hey Nico, great game. It's Millie Elliott here. That's one of those first tries. You put Nicola through a great hole there. You've spoken about how much you love playing with him, but it looks like that energy and that connection is there pretty effortlessly on the field.
Yeah, it is. I've loved playing with Britt since I've come to the Sharks. He's probably at the end of my career one of my favourite players I've ever played with. He's only a light fella, but he plays like he's 110 kilos, and he turns up every week, and I know he's going to run that hard line for me, and yeah, love playing with him. And also a big congratulations, Millie.
Cheers, Nico. Thanks so much. Enjoy the win.
Thank you very much.
Good on you, Nico. Thanks, mate, and thank you for your time. And as always, David Riccio just doing an outstanding job on the sideline. Benny Dobbin, Todd Carney and Ben Teo will call that next game for you. We might take a break with the Specsavers play of the day, and when we return we'll get Grubby to do the 3-2-1. Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today. Here is the play of the day as Triple M rocks the footy.
The Triple M NRL play of the day.
He steps inside Michaeli Ravalawa. He's got support. He won't need the support. Over the 20. Oh, what a try. Hero. One end to the other. Sensational football.
The verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.
I'm Australia's best mate, loyal and true, keeping you cool in all that you do. I never rest, yet I work with ease. Your comfort companion through every breeze. What am I? I'm a Mitsubishi Heavy Industries air conditioner. Trusted by homes and businesses all around Australia, I deliver whisper-quiet performance and unmatched reliability through scorching summers and freezing winters year after year. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air.
Try the new CC's 4 and 20 Classic Meat Pie and CC's Sausage Roll and Sauce.
With NRMA Insurance, you could enjoy our multi-policy discount when you take out 2 or more eligible policies. NRMA Insurance, a help company. Discount applies in tiers based on the number of eligible policies. Maximum tier reached at 9 eligible policies. Visit nrma.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
And Bob, that's the problem with young people today.
No. Is that it's all about listening. It's the secret. Not interested.
Oh, yeah. Get what you really want at the Ford Plate Clearance with gift cards on a wide range of vehicles, like $3,000 on selected Rangers. So get into your Ford dealer now while stocks last. Excludes model year 25.25. T's and C's apply. See Ford.com.au for details.
The Amazon Big Smile Sale is live now. Shop epic deals on electronics, home, toys and more. Plus get free delivery on eligible orders over $59. Excludes select remote areas. Shop Amazon.com.au.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Tradies, while you're getting behind the footy, Beacon Trade's getting behind you with everything you need to light the Australian home. Fans, electrical accessories and the largest range of lighting. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au and let's make light work.
The new Hot Honey Chicken range has dropped at Macca's, featuring the Hot Honey McCrispy, Hot Honey McSpicy and Hot Honey Dipping Sauce with Chicken McNuggets. Embrace the drip at Macca's. Available after 10:30am for a limited time.
The verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.
Our pets can do no wrong, even when they're doing wrong.
4, 3, 2, and you're still here. Which is why brands like these choose radio. You see, every impression you pay for makes an impression. There's no countdown, blocker, fast forward or skip button. Your message is guaranteed to get through. And right now, with so many people tuning in to feel more connected, it's the right time to connect with your customers.
Shut up!
A company that gets results is a brand
Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
And welcome back. It's all over here at Shark Park with the Sharks running out clear winners 27 points to 12. They led the game 20-0 at halftime. The second half, it just kind of flatlined a little bit. CPAP Direct. Get expert advice and unbeatable prices at CPAP Direct. Visit in store or cpap.com.au. Josh Reynolds, would you like to do the MVPs for us today, my friend?
Absolutely love to, Maroon. 3 points, I'm giving it to Tricky Trindle. I think he controlled the game really well. 2 40-20, set up a couple of tries, and yeah, it was just in full control. as I said earlier, I think he's their out-and-out halfback now, and Nico's definitely playing that sixth role, but it's good to see him in some form. 2 points I've gone for Noah Blake. I just thought he laid the platform really well for his halves to be able to step up and score most of those tries. He's such a handful. He nearly scored probably 3 tries himself near the trial, and then you just heard Nico say he's becoming a leader in that pack, and this is what the Sharkies need. I think they needed that one more player to possibly go that next step. So he's been on fire, and 1 point, Ronnie Muatalo, he was exceptional. Coming out of the backfield, well, he nearly set up 2 or 3 tries from his own, at 10 or 20 metre line. I love him. He's always in the game. He's always niggling. He's always on, and I love that for a winger. So, yeah, he was exceptional today for the Sharkies.
Okay, where do the Sharkies go from here? Well, I mean, they are capable of anything. That's their second win. Of course, they started the season in Vegas up against the Dogs next week. It's another home game for them, but that's always a great game. But, by gee, this one's going to have some added spice next week, and I bet the Doggies fans are buoyed by the fact that you think they'll have those 2 big guns back in a month or less.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, obviously I'm not 100% sure, but I know the rehab and what am I looking for here?
I don't know.
Rehabilitation.
Right.
There you go. I can talk. Is exceptional at the Doggies, and that the boys will be trying to get back as fast as possible. So, 2 huge losses, and it'll be a tough game on the road next week. But it's the Doggies. Hopefully they can fly tomorrow, because I know all Doggy supporters, they just want to beat Para.
Yeah.
You can lose all years, but just beat Para.
All right, Grubby, we'll see you again next week. Millie, thank you so much, and we will see you. Are you doing next Saturday?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
I never know.
Oh, well,
if you're doing it, I'll do it.
We're bloody doing it. Us 3 are the A team.
A team. Don't tell Woodsy.
That's it for us. So we're going to leave you with that, and we're going to let you go with the Mitre 10 second half highlights. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up, the footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy. Full-time highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Strolls in for a very simple try. Nickera goes over right under the post. Steps inside Michaeli Ravalawa. He won't need the support. What a try! Hero. Then it goes back across, and Kennedy scores in the corner. Ends up with Trindle. Numbers. He won't need them. He slides over Trindle and scores a very simple try. Cody Walker steps around one, puts a kick in. Chased through by Jackie Boy Whiten. Whiten gets there untouched, and the Rabbitohs score 1. 6 minutes to go. It's Humphrey's quick tap, and over he goes. The first half was great. The second half took longer than the Bathurst 1000. Cronulla have beaten Souths 27 points to 12. Most people thought Cronulla would win, and they were never really in any doubt.